Hello, and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday, where I'm your host, Dane, and to my right, Levi Gates.
Oh, Dane, what's going on?
Oh, you know, the huge. And to my far left, Anthony Fisher.
Hello.
And to my direct left, Juan Gonzalez, joining us here in, I almost said the theater, the studio.
Hola.
For a little Espanol action.
Hola,
so
amigos.
Really appreciate you
Levi,
dropping in, Juan.
Scoot a little bit that way.
And we're just gonna we're gonna go this way. Okay, we're gonna go this way.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
That's more like it.
A little minor adjustment. Anyway, guys, housekeeping before we get to all these questions. Which, by the way, start piling in the questions. Bring them on now, and we'll get to them.
And you can ask them in Spanish. You can ask them in English, right?
We got a qualified guy here, so.
But there is some housekeeping stuff. There's some major stuff that we need to start covering. Major. So I don't like to talk about major surgery, right? I like to be more of a minor surgery guy myself, right? Yeah. Small breaks.
You're all about the in and out.
The in and out, exactly, right?
People go, Anthony Fisher, he's all about the in and out.
Yep, exactly. So anyway, it's not surgery related, but getting to TR-SEMA, right? This is, we're in crunch time now. We are 2.5 weeks away from our biggest event that we host of the entire year.
9 companies being represented.
Yeah. There is more work that goes into this for us than we do SEMA itself, right? So this is, in our opinion, a bigger show with a lot more production value and even a more concentrated dose of guests than you would see at any type of SEMA coverage that we would ever give you. So TR-CMA, it's live from March 28th through April 1st.
Yeah.
Yep.
And every single day, it's going to be a jam-packed day. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to be blocking it to where we have several guests doing presentations, taking a small break just for lunch, and then coming back and finishing out the day with some more guests. Now, every single day, almost every single day, right? I think it's 4 days.
It's 5 days.
5 days.
It's every
Monday
day
through Friday. Every single day. Every single day is going to have a new face because people are going to be flying in the day of, the day before, the night before, and then actually taking off. So not every single guest is going to be there for the week. So if you missed their presentation live, then you can, of course, watch it later. But I would highly suggest watch it live. Watch it in the moment, as that's when it's going to be the most fun and we're going to have the most engagement because, as always, Dane is going to be behind the camera, kind of sitting in this room playing host. And if there's anything that comes up, any major questions or any type of interaction that needs to happen, Dane is going to be able to handle that, right? Yeah. And so, Levi, do you want to give us a list?
A little rundown.
A little rundown of everybody.
So, Monday, the 28th.
You don't have to give times, just give the names.
Just Monday the 28th. It's going to be the Rag Company, Kosh Chemi, IK, Lake Country Power Tools, Scan Grip, and Grandambassador of the Year. All on Monday.
Does Alex Duarte know he's giving a speech?
No.
So we should. So this is
Alex, please prepare your best man speech.
Prepare your acceptance speech, please. You're going to want to do that.
Now, Tuesday, the 29th, we got Oberk Car Care. We got Detail Wise Academy. We've got Dry Ice Energy. We've got Optimum Polymer Technologies. We got Viper Chair. We have Detail Factory. And, of course, G-Technic.
Jeez.
Now, Wednesday, the 30th, we have Color Lock, G-Technic Marine, The Last Detail, Road FS, Buff Bright, Detailer's Helper, KXK Dynamics, and capping it off, Rupes.
Holy smokes, that's packed.
That's a big day. Wednesday's a big day. Thursday is probably, we always like, Thursday's a popular day for us here at the Rag Company. So Thursday is going to be Veloci, Solution Finish, The Wrap Institute, Flex Power Tools, Buff and Shine, and PNS.
Nice.
So big day.
That's a huge day.
Big day.
It is.
Then Friday, Koenig, Detailing Business Academy with Yvonne LaCroix.
Yvonne LaCroix is going to be here.
He's going to be here. Ivan's going to be in the studio. Our friends at Exo Shield.
Yeah.
Then us, Rag Company again, and finishing out the day, a special guest with a special announcement
Holy
for
smokes.
Friday, April Fool's Day.
Yeah, that's a big day.
That's a big day.
Technically the
And
biggest day.
Huge stuff. Fun things. Like I said, every company is going to be trying their hardest to be able to release something new for you guys in the detailing industry. So every day is a reason to tune in because there might be something that maybe you never even heard of.
Yeah, don't be the last to find out. Be the first to find out.
Or maybe
Watch
it's something
live.
that maybe you saw at SEMA or you saw at Mobile Tech and maybe you want to learn more, but you didn't get a chance to, or maybe you saw a little whisper of it on the internet. Hopefully that's what we're going to be talking about.
It's probably
Now,
going to be here in the flesh.
some of those companies have confirmed new product releases, new product launches for TR SEMA. Others have said, we've got a couple new items that we're bringing in.
Yeah.
Other companies have said, hey, we don't have anything new, but we've got some new techniques that we want to teach and show the customers. So it doesn't matter if you are a long line of, a professional detailer, or you're a home hobbyist, or you just love the detailing industry, or maybe you're another distributor or manufacturer and you want to learn about different companies and brands and things like that. This is the show to watch.
Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. And Alex asked if he'll be having a pancake breakfast with Ivan. Unfortunately, Ivan is keto now, so the only pancakes he'll be having are probably made out of bacon.
Yeah.
But hey, I think you could probably get behind that as Canadian bacon is a popular choice.
Now, Ivan will be in the boat, the LaCroix Cruiser.
He is. He'll be
not the
staying
boat,
there.
the bus.
Yeah.
They are going to
got
be,
wheels.
they found a spot that they're going to be boondocking.
Ooh, sweet.
Now, we've told them if they could stay at the Home to Suites.
Of course.
But, they
like
perhaps.
to live in
might.
their house. They wanna live in their
They
house.
bring their house wherever they go so they don't have to worry about it. But I will say, Ivan LaCroix, bacon enthusiast of the
He
highest
is.
regard.
He loves bacon.
But
So
being that he's Canadian, they just call it bacon. It's not Canadian bacon where they are.
True. Yeah, it's just regular bacon.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's going to be, guys, it's going to be such a crazy week. I think I'm most excited because everybody in the industry that we're all friends with gets to kind of stay under one roof at the Home to Suites, right, which is going to be awesome. But I think it's just the camaraderie, right, amongst friends, right, the jokes, everything kind of gets to come full circle. I mean, if this was an open to the public event, oh my God, dude!
Yeah,
it would be insane.
Someday maybe it will be. You never know.
Someday, right? Someday. But I know that there's a lot of people that are local, right, who are just like excited to be like, well, hey, I'll just I can't come to the event, but maybe I'll drive by the Home to Suites later in the evening to see if I catch somebody.
Yeah,
and I'm like, sure, do whatever. Don't freak people out, but sure, do whatever you want.
Hey, it's okay. Just make sure that the nets. They can't see them when you're sneaking up on them.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Cameron
work if they
Messina's
see it
out there
coming.
throwing fishnets on
Catching
people.
nets.
And
I'm just
he's got a
picturing
big,
the end
huge-
of Borat now.
He's got his large
I got
fishing
you.
net.
I see like Cameron Messina running on the treadmill next to like Dylan in the morning because Dylan goes on a run every morning. So like they're like in the gym at the Home to Suites, and Cameron goes, "Oh hey, what's up?" And then Dylan looks over like,
Start running
what are you
faster,
doing
but
here?"
you're in the same
Oh, I
place.
just wanted to. Sometimes I just stay here for fun, at the hotel. Never know who you're going to run into.
Staycation.
Yeah. What do you want to do after this? You want to grab some breakfast maybe there at the?
We can go down to Goldie's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody. I'm excited that the goal of this is we want everybody to be able to spend time here while they're watching each other work to get to see, it's a different type of show.
Yeah.
Trade shows, we're all there, we're working our booths, we're doing our thing. We don't get a lot of chance to interact other than just to say what's up. This, though, they're actually working on actively promoting, selling their products to the audience. So those that are performing every day are going to be in the building watching, seeing. Those that aren't are going to be milling about the area. During that same time, we also have Justin Pate teaching a rap class that has been on the Avery Dennison website on their scheduling. So we're going to have other people from around the country taking a full color change class.
1,000 feet that way.
Yeah, on the other side. So it's going to be a crazy week.
Oh, yeah.
Very crazy week for us here at the Rag Company. And so we're trying to get the whole place set up. On top of that, we got construction out the wazoo.
Yeah. So we've so we're gonna parking's gonna be kind of crazy. I'm hoping that we can still manage to get cars in and out of the building at that point. But we we have a series of scooters and skateboards here within the Rag Company office, and so
I've got a tandem bike I can bring in too.
Yeah, we're just gonna be passing those out to people. Like, hey, I'm gonna go right over to the rap class here to grab a skateboard.
What I should do is bring the tandem. Luke Berge and Alex Dewar can take the tandem over to check out the rap class.
Well, what I would love
back,
nothing more than Luke Berge to be on the head of that tandem, right?
Well,
giving people rides. He's the captain.
That'd be great.
Have a captain hat, and then people are like, so what's Luke doing for this event? He's helping out. He's actually taxing people from one end of the parking lot to the other.
I think it'd be great. We could do that.
I think that would be hilarious.
I'll hijack the razor.
But we
We do have the razor. We could be doing that too.
So it's gonna be it's just gonna be super, super busy, but we just don't want people to miss out. We understand that we haven't done a whole lot of marketing for it at this point because everything was still kind of coming together. I mean, the event was always planned. It's just a matter of like, okay, who's for sure coming? And we finally got the banner out today on Instagram.
Yep.
And so keep a lookout. Dane's gonna keep kind of creating some more banners that we're gonna be putting out as marketing content, and then the actual set schedule will be coming out soon as well, in the form of an email blast. And I'll be coming around the 20th of March, 22nd of March. Expect to see that. So crazy.
Oh, love it. All right. Well, any other housekeeping we should
I don't know.
address?
I just hope people are excited.
Yeah,
I hope they're excited too because we're excited.
need you
and we're
guys
gonna
to
have
get
fun
excited.
with it.
And I'm hoping that maybe there's some fun dinners that happen.
Yeah.
I hope that, with everybody in town, there's relationships formed. I hope that things, that's kind of what we like to play Switzerland in these cases, and we like to see our friends become friends with other friends.
Well, and 2 years ago, we went out to dinner, right? It was very cold that night, but we went to Coins, Jeff's favorite place.
Yeah.
And we had Chris Metcalf of Flex. We had Dylan Von Kleist of Rupes. We had, when Davey P was still at Lake Country, we had, who else we had? We had Kosh. We had, you get all these brands together, having dinner, hanging out, talking shop. It's fun. And I think that's that's kind of why we are who we are and what we do is we just want to make sure that, no one's picking teams, no one's picking sides. We're here for everybody.
Yeah.
And everybody, there's plenty of money in this game for everybody to play in and work in and live in. And so it doesn't make sense to be like, yo, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. Like, there are brands that we have on here we don't even carry. We don't carry Oberk. We don't carry Exo Shield. We don't carry the Rap Institute, so to speak. We don't carry Koenig.
Yeah.
But you know what? All those brands are really good friends of ours, and we like spending time with them. That's why we're inviting them to be here and do this with us. So,
sweet. It's going to be
super
awesome.
fun. All right, guys, it is Friday Eve.
All right, time to answer some questions.
Time to put some A's to those Q's.
Yeah,
Starting off
sense.
with a hard one right off the bat, we've got Nash.
Yo, using G-Technic Marine base and top on a 22 Mastercraft XT23. What G-Technic product would be good for the metals and the black anodized aluminum tower? Juan.
Well, C5 will be good for metals, but on the marine line, I guess you put me on the spot. Your top, you can actually apply top. I mean, it's not going to affect it, but it's not going to be so durable. So
There you go. So
Okay.
G5 or use top. He says he's also going to use a
C5.
one-step.
C5.
I mean.
Yeah.
Also going to one-step the gel before coat. Rupes DA Fine with coarse foam blue, or do I need the G-Technic Marine polish? I already have both Rupes DA Fine and coarse on hand. Can you use the Rupes system on the gel coat rather than the marine polish?
Gosh, refresh me that question again.
Yeah,
Sorry.
sure.
So he's going to be polishing the boat.
Yes.
He says, I already have Rupes DA Fine and coarse. Can I
Okay.
use that? Or should I use the G-Technic Marine polish?
No, you can use that. You can
Yeah.
totally use that.
Yeah, you're totally fine, man. All right, Dan Pfeiffer, good afternoon, and a word up from sunny Minnesota. Happy Friday Eve, TRC gang. Spring is right around the corner, and detail season will be here. You're right, Dan.
It has begun.
Bearded Hunter saying, let's go! What is up, my dudes? Hope everyone's having a great Friday Eve. Hadley has been saying, let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Let's go. That's what she does on everything.
It's
Like
just
I add a word or
it's
two.
the kid thing right now.
I think so,
Well,
'cause-
it's all the youthful people saying like, "Let's go."
Well, it's
Last
been
night-
that for like 3 or 4 years.
But last night I came home from the grocery store and I said, guess what, Hadley? I got you some mini pancakes. And she goes, what? Let's go. And I was like,
Where do you want to go?
It's bedtime. You have to. I was just letting
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
that
you're not going
you
anywhere.
can
Wear
have them
that
in the
phrase
morning.
out. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was
Well,
funny.
she didn't say like bet or anything.
No,
like
she
that.
doesn't. She says bet and she says bruh.
Bruh? She says bruh?
She says bruh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Or when
My
she's
wife-
going to do something, she
She
says she's going to do
says
something.
bruh to Carly, and Carly is like this close to slapping her.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
she
no.
says it.
Yeah,
She goes, "You
don't.
don't call me bruh." Yeah. And she's like, "Okay, bro." And she's
Yeah.
like, "You don't call me bro either." I go, "Whoa, bros, let's chill out." And then Carly's like, "It's your fault."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh man."
But no, you say bro when somebody says really something stupid next to you, and you just look over like,
Yeah.
bruh.
No.
Yeah.
She's like,
All right.
"Ah, bruh."
No cap. For
Jim-
real,
Yeah,
for
no
real.
cap
Right.
for real.
Jimmy Moto, happy Friday Eve from Detroit on Friday Eve instead of Wednesday. This time, Great Wash Wednesday yesterday. Well, thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And Decon, Juan, you got this.
Go for it. Read it. I don't have my glasses.
What's up, guys? Just got done detailing my truck and waiting on a customer to drop off their Tesla Model S. Gotta love the start of detailing season. I know everybody wants to get their stuff cleaned up. Ricky says, "Hello, all. Saludos.
Hey,
Juan
saludos.
desde PR."
Saludos, campeón. Saludos, rookie.
Alex Dwar, happy Friday Eve TRC. I am in attendance to now get yelled at by G. Davis.
Oh, wonderful.
And then Ricky, can someone provide a comparison of PNS's two PNS interior dressings, natural finish and shape up? Sorry, Ricky.
Shape up.
Shape up is one of their oldest dressings.
Yeah, I was going to say shape up. That's, I don't even know. Do they still make it?
They do.
They do.
So
It's a deep cut.
So
What the heck?
natural finish is like what we talked about yesterday. It's a very natural, simple matte finish. Shape up is a very old school interior dressing that a lot of people really like. Anthony and I have never really used it, and
No, I
we don't
haven't
really
used it.
can't say anything about it.
you don't really.
I mean, I
find
can
it
give you the
easy.
comparison of shine all, dynamic, and natural finish, but like, yeah, shape
Shape
up.
up we haven't used.
Shape up seems like something I would slather on my legs to
Oh.
hide any cellulite.
Okay, that's kind of a weird thing to do.
That's kind of a weird thing
It
to do.
just sounds
right?
like a
But-
knockoff brand of Spanx, but
Yeah. So Cynthia English, hey all, how's everyone coping with
That's a
these
nair.
gas prices?
oh man,
So I would like to chime in on that.
So, okay, go ahead.
So I'm doing better than I've ever been in my entire life,
You guys
Levi.
been driving a hybrid?
So I'm a hybrid owner, and so because of that, my gas mileage is absolutely fantastic. I'm getting roughly 40 miles per gallon. I have been monitoring that pretty closely
There you
since
go.
these price increases. Reset my odometer, or not my odometer, but reset my odometer a couple
Yeah.
times, right? And I want to say that I'm completely unfazed by all of these spikes, right? I paid almost $4.30 a gallon, whatever the heck it was, right? Wasn't even bothered by it, right? Because I still filled up my tank for roughly $37.
Wow. Yeah.
And I should be, I mean, in theory, right, at 40 miles per gallon, be able to get another 400 miles before I need to
Correct.
fill up
So,
again.
Anthony, let's go around the horn here while we're giving people a chance to build some more questions and
Yeah.
stuff up. Take your garage, for example.
Yeah.
Each car, what would you say the average MPGs of each one is? Between city and highway, you blend the two together, you get a number, and you just go for each car there. What are you looking at?
So that's a great question, Dane. So I would say each one of my motorcycles, right, on premium gas, depending on how I ride them, usually pretty hard, right?
Only
Like-
premium, though, huh?
Like all
Only
things on
premium.
two
Yeah, they're
wheels,
premium
right?
vehicles.
Yep.
Roughly like probably 30 miles per gallon. It's not as good as what you would think, right? And then I have Mitsubishi, an older Mitsubishi, probably gets roughly 20, maybe
Old
18.
Econo car.
Old Econo car. It's not
doors.
great,
Wow.
right? The
Regular
Dodge
truck.
Ram, roughly 10 miles per gallon. Just whatever, right? The 4Runner, I don't know, 18 miles per gallon, whatever it might be. That's where, and then I have a little Honda Civic, right? 90s Hondas, right? Everybody makes fun of those little D series motors, right? 40 miles per gallon, just natural. Just that's
on
how
its
you
own.
you just get that out of the
That was
box,
good.
right?
No power, but it weighs nothing.
Weighs
so-
nothing, right? And it runs off of, it can run off of literally urine. That's how good those engines are, right? You
Don't tell
even-
me how you know that.
Don't want to know, Dane. But I will say though that my little hybrid was the best investment I ever bought for
Yeah.
$2,400.
Told
It's
you,
already
man.
paid for
That was a
itself.
nice one.
Amazing.
CRZ is a great
Amazing.
little car.
Juan.
What about you, Juan?
Me, I mean, a lot of people have been, pretty ethical about the gas, and I think that's how the economy crash started in 2008. We started with the gas, and then from there the economy. So I don't know where's it gonna go, but I honestly I haven't noticed much. I mean, only than $10 difference on a full tank of gas on my Tahoe.
But what are you averaging, like MPG wise, in it?
That one's probably about 14 miles to the gallon.
Okay.
The truck is about 7. Jesus.
Yeah.
And the van is probably about another 12. My electric car, 0.
Nice.
0 gas. So, yeah. But, yeah.
Not bad. Dane, what about you?
The van,
pretty good gas
the
mileage.
JDM 4-wheel drive van doesn't weigh much, so it kind of helps there. But the problem is the little engine that is in it is makes 95 horsepower, so it takes a bit to move that thing. I would say I probably average about 17 miles per gallon mix between city and highway. It's not great.
It's not great. What about your
highway? I'm looking at like mid-20s, but as soon as you get like stop and go, it just.
What about your
Suburban?
Jaguar?
The Jag, I average between 16 to 20, depending on where
That's
I'm
actually a lot
driving.
better than
It
what
actually
you would
does
think.
better than you think. The whole body is aluminum. It's an aluminum monocoque, so that's kind of cool.
For all the
But,
flames that you spit out the back of it,
yeah,
your crackle tune.
And the
all that
T-Bird, I can only
unburnt
imagine,
fuel.
does like
Oh, my
sub
God.
10.
Oh, it's probably about 8.
It's probably about 8
probably
miles per
about the
gallon.
same
Let's
as my
be
truck.
real.
Dane, what about you?
352 FE, old school.
Carly's Camry, 25 miles to the gallon all day long, no problem. The Elantra tips the scales over 30
Oh, easily. With the way you drive it.
with the way I drive it. It's a high performance machine, but it's
Yeah.
also highly economical.
I also believe that could
high
run on pretty
efficiency
much
machine.
nothing.
Yes.
Vodka,
Yeah.
whatever.
Confirmed.
It'll run.
And then the Suburban, even with the 34s, mud terrains on it, and the new heavy steel bumper, still rocking 10 to 12 miles per gallon.
That is so good.
That's pretty good.
That 8.1 liter, I mean, it's pretty much the crown jewel in GM's lineup.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
good
it
for the
was
weight of that
designed
damn
for,
vehicle.
for high
It's already
efficiency.
geared such, and it weighs so much.
It's also
that putting
got
those tires
very
on there
tall
didn't
gears.
phase
Weight.
it
It's also
at
got
all.
tall. It has 4 11s on it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like 5 or 7.
No, I can make it do 5 or 7 if you want, but
Growing up with that thing, it was
it
always
doesn't do
between
too bad.
10 and 12.
I thought it was going to go less, like go down when I cranked the keys up on it and put the bigger tires on it and heavier
Yeah.
duty tread. It didn't even phase it.
It doesn't notice.
It didn't
Wow.
even notice it. So,
Well,
All right.
but I will say the gas prices don't make me excited.
No, of course not.
So much. So
Well, your tank is huge.
the Suburban's a 30-gallon tank, and that's the hardest part about it. So my game plan, I've signed up for a number of savings programs for fuel points. I use the Fred Meyer fuel points, the Kroger points, and then I use the Albertsons as well, so that I can utilize if you buy money in gas or groceries, you also check the app to make sure you do quadruple bonus points. So when you go, let's say, Dane, you go to the Fred Meyers, and you buy some groceries, say you buy $100 worth of groceries, you get that 4 times points coupon. They think you spent $400, but you didn't. And then they give you 40 cents off a gallon. So I filled up the Suburban. Well, I didn't fill it up. I put $50 in it at $3.69 the other day because I had so many points. But I had filled up the other 2 cars already, so that's why I only put $50 in the Suburban. I thought I should really top this sucker off, now I'm not so sure at $4.60 a gallon or $4.50. I think it is
It's
now here in
$4.50,
Boise.
yeah. Something like
what can you do? But I will say though that Honda Grom, I sold to Gabe, right?
Oh, what's that? Like 100, 120 miles per
It was like
gallon?
100, it was like 120 miles
Yeah.
per gallon on that thing, right?
You guys think it's going to
Amazing.
go over 5 here in Idaho?
No, so I've been reading a few things. One, a lot of people don't realize is that the price of oil is gone up because of the fact that many, many countries have decided not to buy from Russia. Now, Russia only promotes, I think it's 3%, 3 to 7%
It was a
is
small
what we
percent of
actually
our
purchase.
oil supply.
So us saying, hey, we're not going to buy oil from you is fine. We get the majority of our oil through Canada. So the difference is all the other companies, OPEC and Canada and all those things, are raising their prices because there's less supply because everybody stopped buying from Russia, which has caused the price to go up. So those kind of things, basically, a lot of companies are releasing a lot of countries are releasing their strategic reserves. OPEC reached out and said, hey, we'll think about it. We'll release our reserves, which would, if they do that, it would hopefully drive the price down. But the price actually dropped last night from $130 a barrel to $117 a barrel.
That's
so the
something.
price already came down, but it's funny how fast gas prices can jump, but how long it takes them to
go
come
down.
back down.
Now, they also signed a country
The
with
incentive structure
Venezuela,
is-
too.
Yeah.
So now with Venezuela,
So,
the United States is going to be buying.
Noted.
but
I do
but yeah,
miss
so
my
it'll be-
C-Max, though.
Yeah, it's I think it's part of, it's just a normal everyday cycle. You got to remember, we sit here and complain about gas, prices
Meanwhile,
as
in Europe-
Americans, and we go, this is un-American. Can't be having high gas prices. Well,
They've been twice what we've
they are
been for
twice.
the last.
Yeah, talking to John
decade
Hull, clean and shiny,
plus.
$8.35 a gallon over there.
Yeah.
last week. $8.35
Imagine if
a
they changed
gallon
it
in the
here.
UK.
It's no
and he
surprise
went on
that
2
everything is just a
runs.
diesel
He sold
hatchback.
his X5.
Yeah.
Kept his M2 because he's like, the mileage doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, you know what does make sense? A Honda CRZ.
Honda CRZ makes perfect sense.
The,
All right.
the final note on all that is, as I saw a comment point out a little further down the line, absolutely correct. Used truck prices, this is one of the few times you're going to see them drop a bit.
It is
Wow,
gonna drop.
Because
yeah.
they've
I
been
hope.
crazy for a while.
Yeah, they were
now
crazy.
is your chance. If you've been looking, if you've been waiting
No,
to
wait
buy
a little.
used
Wait another
truck-
couple weeks. Till the
Yeah,
prices
well,
get
yeah,
too
okay.
high.
I'm talking about this time frame. Where,
Right,
like,
correct.
The next month or two.
I'm
is
trying
gonna
to
be
get my $30,000
pretty good time to do
Raptor.
it.
Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to get. Is that possible? Do you think?
Good luck.
Maybe.
Well, yeah,
We'll
maybe
see.
2000.
So, but in
10?
2008, remember the difference with 2008 was that financing was gone. So
Yes.
people couldn't buy new cars because they couldn't get financed anymore because everybody was so tight on that stuff. So pricing dropped significantly just because dealers were trying to get rid of
Yeah,
inventory.
the access drops.
Remember when they were buy a truck, get a car? They were giving
That's
away
right,
Ford
yeah.
Focuses with pickups
That
at
was
the time.
crazy.
Well, they're probably trying to get rid of all the Ford Tauruses that they can never get
Yeah.
rid of from 2000.
Literally, they were throwing it in. It was like a doorbuster.
Do you want a Ford Taurus for free? No, thank you. Are you sure?
Han saying
think
Happy
about
Dream Maker Day, towel people, and Ricky Cologne. I want to try natural finish based on Jamie the Cleaner's recommendations, but it's a bit hard to find. Only had the shape up, and they mentioned they are similar. I have no idea, man. Ricky saying, Adam, what's up, TRC? Happy Friday, best part of the work week. Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.
And then Ricky says, even though they are not as high as
I
even
think
though
it's
here
talking
they're not
gas
as high as
prices.
elsewhere. Jimmy, dealing with fuel, oil smell, and a C7. I've tried to complete O&R steam of the interior, odor bombs, ozone. Going to try G-Technic, Tri-Clean. Any other ideas? No, Jimmy, you may have to actually pull carpet because
Yeah,
it might be
somebody
under the mat.
spilled
It
in
might be
there.
under the mat. There might be fuel still, or it's in the paint or something. You may have to disassemble interior. So.
Oof.
Ricky Cologne, I'm coating the M3 wheels and debating whether to go with the usual G-Technic C5 or Fireball Talon or switch to Matt's latest OG spec, 2 layers of CarPro Deluxe topped with gliss. Thoughts?
Stick with C5.
C5, simple and easy,
Yeah.
Mickey.
Super simple. You can actually apply in the whole wheel, and you don't have to be worried
Put
about
it on.
getting
You
hard.
don't have to think about it anymore.
Boom,
It's just
boom.
there.
Apply and remove.
Yeah.
Simple.
Joan.
Happy Friday Eve. What's going on, man? And then Poets saying Happy Friday Eve, amigos. Mean Bee, Happy Friday Eve. Hope everyone in the TRC is doing great. Thank you. And Wild Rides, what's up, everyone? Sunny, snowy day here in Nova Scotia. Working on a 2019 Harley Ultra today. I'll fire over pic to the Facebook page. Thanks for the inspiration.
It's
Awesome,
like a
man.
Harley in your profile there.
We'll enjoy it. Aches Auto Detailing. Topic of discussion. King Ranch Leather. PNS Beadmaker the drink. Your Amazon Eagles are the perfect blend. We need more options off of Amazon. Thank you. So,
Probably talking the 450s.
yeah, he is. So the King Ranch. King Ranch Leather, depending on the model year, if it's old, it's aniline. So
The first
saddle
gen
soap.
was
Saddle
correct.
soap. It's like what Anthony's wallet is. Saddle soap. To clean it, you can also sand it, knock it down with some 4000 grit sandpaper. You can sand the leather to clean some of the staining and stuff off. And then you can go to Tandy Leather Company. You can find certain conditioners or dyes that are designed
dyes.
for that. Or you call our friends up at Color Lock. Color Lock has a aniline restorative agent to clean and re-dye that leather. So you can get it to look like Anthony's wallet, which looks gorgeous.
Fine leather goods, right?
Yeah, and so that's what you do. But the newer King Ranches, I think 2016, 15, 14 and up, are actually sealed coated leather.
Coated leather.
So you
Probably
can do
just had enough complaints.
you can
they're
just
like,
use
"We're done."
regular. Well, yeah, if you think about it, they didn't.
Because people don't know how to take care of that stuff.
Nobody knew how to take care of it, and you're selling a truck to truck people
Yeah.
who absolutely destroyed
They're
those
gonna
seats.
get
so
nasty.
They were beautiful seats when they were new, but they are destroyed when
say
they're
that way.
150,000, 200,000 miles. So
Yeah.
I think
Horrible,
that's
yeah.
what really brought down the value of those trucks fast. And so Ford changed to a more sustainable product that would last longer, especially in terms of
I
resale.
mean, unless you're a
So,
rancher type who
yeah.
does know how to take care of leather goods, in which case, great.
Yes.
One in a million.
But there's a lot of posers, too.
Yeah. Anthony, Beadmaker the drink. What are your favorite versions of Beadmaker the drink?
Oh, summer drink.
Summary drink, like a blue bead maker.
My
if you
favorite
will.
things that taste like bead maker.
Yeah.
You taste a lot of bead maker in
Pepsi
your
Mango is pretty good.
Yes.
I think that I don't know. There's probably some Tropicana mango things.
Mountain Dew Energy Peach Mango
Mountain Dew-
Dawn.
Yeah, peach mango dawn. And then what else is there that's really good? Yeah, the Mountain Dew Energy is pretty good if you're looking for like an energy kick. I would say though, I don't know. Tang is too orangey, I think. But that's actually a pretty good one. Fiesta, it's called Fiesta Sunrise or something like that. Monster Energy. It's like a teal blue can. It's like Fiesta Mango or something like that. Sunrise. Then in the letters, it's orange. I don't know, it's an ultra flavor of Mountain Dew or of Monster Energy.
Okay.
I'm not supposed to talk about it because it's a Coca-Cola product.
Wow, way to derail. All right, we got Ron here.
Good afternoon, TRC, and buenas tardes.
Buenas
TRC.
tardes, Ron.
Sean, hey guys, nice to have Juan.
Hey, gracias.
Alex, in and out like burgers.
Yup.
Mean Bee, now you're making me hungry. Where are you, Ricky?
Now we got a bunch of comments going back and
Yeah,
forth.
Alex, I will have everyone in tears because I'm a great public speaker. And then Tyler Graff, happy Friday Eve, TRC crew. Wondering if Soul and TrueView coatings are something a DIYer can do that's never done a coating before. Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly, Tyler,
That's
what
what they're
those
for.
coatings were designed for. Exactly. So,
And then comments on the TRC lineup, which we all know is such a treat.
I'm talking about Ivan and him repping Canadians.
Yeah.
Kimberly, hi TRC crew. My head just exploded with that schedule. Great
Awesome.
lineup. Thank you, Kimberly.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited.
Neil White, hello TRC. Can't wait to see the product lineups.
Yes.
That's going to be crazy. Cynthia English, can't miss any day of TRC. Yep. And then Mountain Town Detail says, can't wait. Like, so seriously, he's pumped. He's going to be here also, Justin, for Grand Ambassador of the Year 2021. So he'll be here on Monday.
Or 2020.
Or 2020, I should say. So he's excited for it. Perhaps we just get maybe him and Alex to do a little tandem biking around the building.
They could be giving tours,
They
right,
could.
to new
Yeah.
guests that come in,
Oh, I love
right?
that. Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
say, hey, as you guys are Grand Ambassadors of the Year, your duty now is to put on these shirts, right?
Yeah, we can make that
Yeah.
work.
And make
Something
people
like that.
Yeah.
tandem around.
Yeah, I only have one tandem bike though, so
See, we might need to invest in other. Do you know of a cycle
Good
shop
luck,
close
Alex.
yeah, there's one across the street
Oh,
and one
perfect.
next door.
All right.
Sweet.
Yeah, we
Okay.
could find something. So
Wild Rides, Dane, Canadian fun fact number 254. We Canadians call regular, i.e. strip, bacon, the same as you guys. Canadian bacon is ordered or sold as Canadian bacon here. Well, that
you learn
is
something new
interesting.
every day.
Yeah,
Every day.
did not know.
Alex says, imagine the views of an IG live of us on a tandem. Wow.
Wow.
All right. Han says Luke will be foaming guests, and Sean says I'm excited. Nash says not much correction needed, just prepping the surface. Nice.
Okay.
And we're on to page 2. Wow.
Alex says I put Beadmaker on my hockey helmet visor. Amazing, highly recommend. I bet the ice
That's the
just
most
slides
Canadian
right
thing
off
I've
of it.
ever heard in my life.
To
I
which
can see
Mountain
that.
Town says, Alex, you don't play hockey. Doesn't mean he doesn't have the helmet, though.
Yeah. Joey, happy Thursdays, guys. I got some water staining etching on the gloss black plastic spoiler on my hatch. Which pad combo will knock those out?
Honestly, you could use a Rupa's Yellow. You could use Lake Country Orange. Try to go to the light polish first and then work your way up. But, yeah, in terms of the pad, I mean, right in that mid-range, you should be fine. If it's relatively new, if it's really hard stuff and it's been on there for a while, you could always bump up to like a Rupa's Yellow Wool and see what happens.
All right.
Casey Tucker
Yeah.
just ordered some PNS inspiration and will be going to a PNS ceramic coating class next Friday with Sydney and
Nice.
Keith from PNS. Super excited. Ooh,
Yeah, be there.
Really
Have
nice.
fun.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun.
Redmond, Oregon.
Yep.
where's that at?
Redmond,
Oregon.
Oregon.
Redmond, Oregon.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually
Graham.
going to be going there too.
Are you going
Nice.
too? Nice. Graham says, Happy Friday Eve, lads and Juan. Hope everyone out there as well used a single 16 by 16 liquidator to dry our Ford Kuga, i.e. Escape. Seriously impressed.
Yep.
Nice. Dude, that liquidator, the
can do
16
it.
by 16 size, one of my favorite sizes. The liquidator. I use
Does
it all
it
the
all.
time. Dino, did anyone try putting O&R 256 to 1 instead of windshield washer fluid? I have those headlight washers, and when it sprays, my whole hood is covered in windshield washer fluid, and it looks horrible when it dries. So, Dino, yes and no. I've tried doing O&R in a windshield washer thing. It just
freeze.
doesn't work, and it'll freeze if it gets too cold.
Windshield
Now,
washer fluid is designed not to freeze.
it's not a you could use it. It's not going to hurt anything. That's why I use the Orange Rain X. That's the one I like because it's more pH neutral, and there's no minerals in it, and it's got a wax in it. So when it does stick to the car, it doesn't etch the car.
So it gives the
There's
benefit
no-
that Dino would like.
Yeah, there's a little bit of glycol in it. There's some other stuff in it, so it doesn't freeze either, and it's a de-icer. But it's the best I found for having stuff on the surface because they've got like green that have a really high detergent in it.
Yeah, it's like kind of a
There's blue
teal
that
green.
looks like it's almost full of ammonia and alcohol.
Yep.
And when that stuff gets all over your car,
Yeah.
it has a tendency to start to etch the clear. You see on cars that have ran that for too long, they start having little burn marks
Yep.
around the sprayers where the droplets hit and sit on the
But
hood.
the Orange Rain X does.
The Orange Rain X I haven't had any problems with, and it's always kept everything perfect.
That's usually what I get.
Which is
too.
why I use it, because it's the best of all of them. It's the best for car care in terms of keeping your car looking good, but it's also the best in usability because it de-ices, it cleans, and it doesn't damage anything.
Okay.
Interesting.
A lot of people forget about the detergents in them. That's the biggest thing. So, Angel, what's your guys' favorite coating? Angel, that's subjective. We sell a bunch of coatings. Basically, the coatings we sell here at the Rag Company are our favorites. Casey,
not wrong.
father-in-law brought 2 brand new CX-5s, and the paint swirling is insane. I don't know what monkey washed those cars, but excited to get to do the correction. Mostly a monkey. Or a person that is just using, they got pressure washers and chamois. You know, the lot washers. They just come out, rinse them down, dry them off. I don't know about you guys, but here in Idaho, there were some guys that would hire a lot of folks who were maybe down on their luck.
Yeah.
And I loved pulling up and seeing those guys out there washing. 1, they busted their butts. 2, though, they'd have a cigarette in their mouth, and they'd have an ash about that long.
Balanced so delicately.
Balanced perfectly as they're wiping with the chamois that are black because they've used them on the last 50 cars, and they're not wringing them out. They're just wringing them right there and wiping the dust off the cars in the lot. And then I'd watch that ash just hang perfectly. Or you'd see a guy like whip it around and throw his chamois on the hood, and when he did that, the wind caught, blows the ash in his face or all over the hood, and he just starts wiping it off.
Very specific.
And remember,
Perfect.
when it's your car or someone you
Perfect.
love or knows car that you care about that car.
Yeah.
To those guys working on the lots, it's just another car.
Well, so that leads me to a different point. We created a wash truck for at my shop.
Did you?
And I hired and staffed it with high schoolers. These high schoolers would come and work evenings and weekends. And what they did was we offered it to dealerships. And what we did was we did a 250-gallon tank in the back of a Chevy 3/4-ton pickup. We'd fill that with water. Then we would pour O&R in it. 1 gallon of O&R.
O&R.
Just 1 gallon in a 250-gallon jug. In that 250-gallon tank, we had a pressure washer attached to it, and then we had chamois with a cleaner for the chamois and rollers mounted on the bedsides. And I taught these boys how to wash cars.
Yeah.
Literally said, just do this. These boys would just spray them with O&R. We only ever tried to do evenings and early mornings. It worked out great because a lot of these kids were football players, so they'd get done with football practice. They'd hit the lot at 9 o'clock at night when the sun's down, a little cooler. They're spraying the cars with O&R basically, and then the kids are coming up from behind. So now that O&R is encapsulated just out of the pressure washer, and then they're coming by with their chamois. So they're still doing the same fast because dealerships don't like spending more than $1 or $2 on these washes.
Sure.
It's actually
Yeah.
like $5 in Idaho Falls.
Yeah. So at the time, 10 years ago, we were charging $2 a car. We were higher than the other people. But I had a crew of young, athletic kids that loved it. They would go hit a couple lots. They'd make $1,000. They'd hit a car lot with 250 cars on it. They'd hit 4 or 5 of them in a night. They'd make $1,000 cash.
Yeah.
They'd pay basically the rental of the truck and the unit, which
Yeah.
didn't cost us anything.
Yeah.
And then they'd pocket the rest of it. So these high schoolers were like, dang, dude, we go out on a Thursday night. They each make like $200. 4 of them. And they'd wash 1,000 cars. Like, insane, but it's just rinsing, wiping. That's all it is. They're not doing anything crazy. Just rinsing and wiping.
Depending on
So,
who you are, that beats mowing
point
lawns.
is, it's an idea. It didn't cost us very much to build that truck and do that stuff.
Yeah.
So, all right, Alex, I'm not the best, but I'd like to try.
That's the spirit.
Tesla and Nissan Leaf, what gas prices, says Aaron's.
Correct.
I know, right? I've been looking at those little Nissan Leafs,
Nissan
they're
Leafs are
cheap.
cool, but the range was always so small on those.
but I don't need them to be a road trip
You don't.
car,
If you're
Dane.
using it as a round town car,
Town car, that's all it needs.
The
The
second you want to go on a road
Fiat.
trip, though, forget
Yeah.
it.
the
You
Fiat
got
that I
the
got,
Fiat
it's
electric?
the Fiat 500 electric. It's just perfect just in town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, that sounds like a great idea. To Dino, Ken says both my Jeep and S5 is tuned to run 93 octane. Not good. Yeah, that's the hard part.
Oh.
Dino says, haha, in Austria, premium diesel is $9 a gallon. Regular is about $7.50.
$9 and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron says my gas price around me is $6 a gallon based on a news photo. Okay.
I like that they have premium diesel, whereas around
Yeah,
here
we
in the
just have
States,
diesel.
we just get diesel. You got one choice.
Is
you
there
got
such thing as
you got-
premium diesel?
Probably.
regular, mid-grade, and premium when it comes to the gas, petrol
Probably.
side of
You're-
things.
you gotta remember-
But diesel, you get one choice, and that's
Is
it.
the
and in the
normal
winter,
diesel, is it
you don't
just-
get a
is it-
choice.
is it
They do the
just
winterized
grain
diesel,
alcohol?
and that's
Yeah, but remember,
that's all you get.
But remember, in Europe, a lot of the car manufacturers make a smaller engine diesel, and those cars can get up to 70 miles a gallon.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
70 to 80 miles a gallon. You can buy a Subaru wagon that gets 75 miles to the gallon running on diesel.
The one thing I
Like,
always felt was
we
like
never got it because of the fuel. Like diesel is different from oil or gas, and so we've always pushed gas in engines instead
for
of diesel.
years and years, I never understood this, but
In this
maybe I
country.
answered my own question. I never understood. We have lots of like gasoline electric hybrids, but why were there not more diesel electric hybrids outside of Le Mans cars? And I thought maybe it's because of the start stop and the diesel wouldn't like that very much. But like beyond that, what's
No, it's
what's
the
reasoning?
it's the oil and gas companies.
That's
And the
what
lobbies.
it comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm married to I'm married to an oil baroness.
Yeah. Well,
Because diesel electric is the
you have land
most
with oil on it that
efficient.
they
Yeah.
actually drill.
Yeah, we actually we do have land that
How
we do
often are they
actively
drilling
drill.
on that?
Every day.
Granted, I
every
understand
day.
like there are
Every
diesel
day?
electric locomotives.
Are you
that kind
able
of
to
stuff.
charge more
But
for
cars?
your oil?
really.
I would like to. I don't think I can though. See, what we do is we have a large collective of us that rent to a company to have that company drill on that land, and then if they decide to give up, they give up, and then another company comes and goes, "Oh, I heard there's mineral rights. We want to frack or we want to drill." Okay, that's fine.
Enjoy those
so
earthquakes.
We laugh because Carly and I literally don't know anything
Sinkholes.
about the land or
Yeah.
what they do with it. We just assign a thing that says, "Hey, we'll pay you this much to drill on your land." Okay,
Oh man.
and then they give you a dividend or a stipend,
Yeah.
basically. So it's very funny. But the theory is at the moment that there's possibility of a large reserve that is untapped on our land and the surrounding grouping of land with amongst the family.
Yeah. Have you,
How
So
deep
there's
do you have to
potential.
go before it stops being your land?
yeah.
Well, it's like the old milkshake, drink your milkshake line. There is the possibility of being able to dig at a diagonal into
Well,
somebody
that's kind of
else's.
what fracking is going sideways, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. But so there's a lot of different things that can be done. But
Yeah.
anyway, it is. I'll just say it is very funny to. I'd
Adam.
like to be able to extract it ourselves and use it, but
Well,
Greetings.
kind of a long ways away.
what are you
Greetings.
using that oil for?
Greetings.
You know, lubricants.
again.
Greetings from Rhode Island. Your towel recommendation for cleaning flat screen TVs.
Purple
now, this is a
Pearl.
real world question.
Purple Pearl.
Purple Pro. Yeah.
You could definitely do that.
That's the best. It's the best one for that.
It's shallow enough. It's going to give you a clean wipe, but it's got enough bite. You'll be able to actually pick stuff up.
Then you can spray a glass cleaner and electronics cleaner on the towel and then wipe and clean, and it's got enough bite to get all that out of there. Mean Bee 392, just needing the warm weather to break out my Grom, then gas prices won't matter at 120 miles per gallon. Yeah, you read that right, 120 miles per gallon.
It is. It is.
I mentioned that
120 miles
earlier.
per gallon. You could literally carry a 5-gallon gas tank, just strap it to the back of the bike, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could drive across states.
You could.
With literally just a
away you
5-gallon thing on the back. It's hilarious. Dino says something like, Casey Tucker, whole summer I can't use my wiper fluid because everything is covered then, or when I just wash my car and pull the lever on accident.
Yeah.
So
try
he's
that
got the
orange rain
sprayers
X.
on the headlights too, and that's what he's saying. Is actually hit the, and it's like, damn.
Most European cars
So-
seem to have those, at least for the
Kimberly
90s.
says, I'm going to make Tony's hot wings and binge watch.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, Kimberly,
There you
save
go,
some for
girl.
me 'cause that
There you
sounds...
go.
I was literally telling Dane
Yeah.
earlier,
Talking about
craving some wings today.
Oh, nice.
But not just any wings, Tony's wings and
Right.
berries, right?
Right.
Get some of that dirt from Emmett, right?
Yeah.
Get some of my Chernobyl dirt.
Well, the
Well, what I
berries
like-
are the sweet, and the wings are the savory. So
Yeah.
There you go. Alex Dewar says Dane gets such good gas mileage because half of his drive to work is coasting down his scenic driveway.
It is.
You're not wrong, Alex. And when you get here, Dane,
momentum,
Dane
man.
will run you up to the home so that you can also view
I would
the
love,
view.
I would love to get.
Sure.
Cruise the view.
I want to get a picture of Alex Dewar like planting a flag in the back of Dane's terrace back there.
I like that too.
he's going to claim some mineral rights back
Yeah.
there.
Canadian flag and start erecting his own drilling system.
Oh, man. All right, Graham.
Graham says cheapest petrol price local to me equates to $9 a gallon. Diesel is more expensive, and then we have premium unleaded.
Here we have a rash of ethanol and everything, but lately they've been seemingly taking it out more often. So you have less ethanol fuels, which is cool. We got Alex here.
Alex Carrillo says, hope all is well, gentlemen and Viking. Can you use PSS on rubber floor mats? If not, what do you guys use?
You can use PSS. It is slightly slicker than what I would probably want, and I think once PSS gets wet, it can be even slicker. So natural finish is what we covered yesterday in the live video with Sydney, and she feels it doesn't get slick, and it's probably a safer bet. I honestly typically just use like a tire rubber cleaner and then just get them clean, not necessarily dress them.
Yeah.
And I just send it on its way after that.
I try to clean as much as I can. I don't dress unless it doesn't come out. It doesn't look very good.
I've gotten in a car a few times after somebody dressed him, and it was just a whoop.
Well, so this
situation.
weekend I had Augie do that. I had him clean and scrub, pressure wash, and dress the mats on this Viper. And then after he was done with that, then I took them after they sat in the sun for a while and hit them with the steamer and blew the steam with a towel over them and just steamed them after they had dressing in them. But that allowed some of the dressing to release. It wasn't sticky or it wasn't slippery.
Sure.
It knocked down the...
It just left the color of it.
Yeah.
I got to cut down on the greasiness.
Bogota. Greetings, guys, from Bogota, Colombia.
Hey.
Especially to
Hey.
Juan.
Hey to Juan.
I know this guy, Juan. His name is Juan.
Nice. There you
Yet
go.
another
Juan
Juan.
from he's actually one of the instructors from Colombia, from
That's cool.
Bogotá, Colombia, from G Technic. Yeah, saludos,
Hey,
Juan.
hey.
¿Cómo estás?
Hey,
Muchas
hey.
gracias por estar aquí.
Did you know that my father-in-law's girlfriend, Soraya, she lives in Colombia?
Yes.
Right? But she lives in Bogota.
In Bogotá.
Right? And they want me to come out there
Yeah.
eventually with Katie to go do they have like a farm kind of somewhere near Bogota, right?
I think it'd be a great time for you guys.
I
to be able
just
to go
don't
out
know.
there.
Man.
Bogota is beautiful.
I'm sure it is.
It's gorgeous.
There's no denying that it looks absolutely beautiful. She lives in she has like an apartment. She's like a, what's it called? Like a floor that she has in an apartment building in Bogota. But it's the surrounding areas where I'm just not really.
Well, what I'd really like to
Not
hear
really
is
sure if it's for
Anthony
me.
goes on the trip, and on the way he gets attacked by a hippo, one of the leftover hippos wandering around.
I'd like to see some sort of. Here's what I'm thinking.
That would be a story.
No, but this is a real thing
So-
for me. I'm not just saying, hey, I
Yeah.
might go. Like they're fully expecting me to.
So
make
here's
this
something
trip
that I'd
Where
like
should
to
you go?
see.
very
So picture
soon.
this,
That's nice.
right, Dane? Follow
next
me here.
year or two.
So, Anthony,
Yeah.
you, your wife, your child,
Yeah.
board a plane. head to Colombia.
Propeller
maybe-
plane.
Long flight,
Listen.
long flight for the three of you, but the baby does great. She's fine. You're the guy. You're like, wow. I got to
Blissful.
eat my snacks. I got to watch my movies, play some video games.
Well.
Baby slept. Pretty dang good
International
flight.
flight, they let you have
International,
booze.
nice, right? You're like, it was a good flight. You land. You have touroed a Ken and Mary Skyline. Waiting for you when you arrive. You guys hop in it, cruising around. What you don't know
I have to make
is
have
that
a baby
there was.
seat though for that.
That's all right. You're gonna fly with a baby seat. You're
Well,
bringing
there's
it
a back
anyway.
seat.
Is that what
you're
you
bringing
do
it.
with
Yep,
those?
and then you hook it in. You guys are enjoying it. Maybe a little Despacito or one of those songs is playing in the
Have to be
background
one of
while you're
those
doing
songs.
it. Right now, what you didn't know is that car has a chip in it. Now, that chip has been tracked because it's got some highly classified information on it. It's actually security codes to a gentleman's safe that has all his money in it.
Oh,
He's
gosh.
trying to retrieve that.
Yeah.
But
He's been looking for a while.
you are touroing that car. So you head to your
crap.
father-in-law's
Yeah.
apartment.
Yeah, but now I've given away her
But,
location.
but now you've given away
Yeah.
the location.
Yeah.
And what you start noticing is out of like the favelas and stuff, you've got guys really starting to
Standing on
track down.
rooftops, yeah.
Next thing you know, here comes a couple of
crap.
2001 Suburbans
Yeah.
jumping and a big armored vehicle, and the Rock is also there after.
This
called the
sounds a
Gurkha.
lot
The
like
Rock.
the Fast and Furious movie. I mean,
I think
this
that's
is
just
just,
like Fast Five. Is that what that is?
That's
No,
right,
this
yep.
is like a
Fast Six?
hypothetical
Yeah.
vacation for you.
Are you sure?
No, but you know what?
This
You're not
sounds
gonna have a problem with
exactly
that.
like something I've seen out of a movie.
No,
Is my wife's name Mia?
No, it's your normal wife.
It's my normal wife.
and your
Am
child.
I jumping from rooftop to rooftop?
You
in
may
this
have
situation?
to. You might
Yeah.
have to. I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but you just need to be prepared for it.
How's a running game?
Well, you
Another
should be
thing is,
prepared. Oh.
your father-in-law may actually tell you, "Hey, we got to go over and my girlfriend's brother has some stuff. It's a quick way to make a few bucks. I know
Yeah.
you guys are hurting. We're gonna have to go.
Is there a train?
There's possibly a train involved.
Okay.
There's possibly
Yeah.
you may have to extract some vehicles from a government train. I'm just saying, be ready.
Juan, please save
Be ready
Anthony
for
here.
that.
Come
That's
on,
all I'm
save
saying.
him.
Well, no.
It sounds like something that would happen for you.
Yeah, man.
No, he's been watching too many movies. But
Yeah.
anyways, what you're gonna be expecting in Colombia, and especially in Bogota, you're gonna be expecting the traffic. You're gonna be expecting a lot, but a lot of motorcycles.
See,
So
I
you'll
can
be
be
driving
down with
one
that, but
car
I don't think
and
it's.
then like 10 bikes. Zoom, 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 zoom.
Are
There's
they
like,
cool
that city
bikes or are
just
they
nothing
scooters?
but
Motorcycle
Are they like-
motorcycles.
So the thing is
Utilitarian.
to some
like
people,
sicarios.
they call it a
Yeah,
motorcycle.
the Sicarios on their motorcycles.
But
Yeah, that's a good
the
movie,
other
too.
the other people would call that a scooter, right? I mean,
Not a
what-
scooter.
is that-
No,
is
no,
that
no.
a Vespa?
Sicario-
No,
sta-
like those bikes that dirt bikes. Dude.
Yeah, they're all dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
Cycle
man.
ninjas.
You just see a lot
Really?
of bikes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Google it. Google.
Pulling those 12 o'clock, those
They're
dang
just
wheelies.
wheeling through
Yeah,
the
they're-
intersection.
They're just
Brat,
going,
brat,
yeah,
brat. Yeah, so it's a
girls.
brat, brat.
You'll see little kids, girls going to work, guys. I mean,
Maybe this-
and then you'll be seeing buses too.
Yeah, it's
So-
funny because whenever Soraya she comes to Boise, right? She's always like, "Oh, you guys have to." She always brings me Colombian coffee, right?
Oh, they're the best.
Because she says
Sello Rojo.
She says
Sello
our coffee
Rojo
is
is the
trash here, dude. I drink like a sip of that Colombian coffee, right?
That's
I'm
so
like,
good,
I
dude.
am like, dude, I'm jacked up. I am.
Oh, you're
like,
missing out.
I'm seeing sounds.
My
right?
the best
Right.
coffee from Colombia that I drink is what the locals drink, and it's Sello Rojo. That's the
there you go.
best
Yeah.
Colombian coffee. In fact,
Noted.
every time my friends from Colombia they come to like the SEMA show or any show, they bring me. They
Yeah,
bring me.
I've
the
received
coffee
that
like,
kind of coffee
She
as well.
brings me the. I like.
what
I
was
like
it? What's her name? Gonzalez. Ana Maria
Maria.
Gonzalez. She brought us like in 2019. They brought us the Sello
brought
Rojo
us some
coffee.
coffee.
And my friend also from.
But I'm a guy that likes the coffee pods because I'm lazy, right? But she hands me this bag of coffee beans,
Right.
And she says, "Do you have a grinder?" I'm like, "What are we doing?"
I brought my
I'm like,
grinder
"Is this-"
here so we could grind some
I'm like,
beans.
"Is this coffee or is this drugs?" And she's like, "No, it's coffee." I said, "Okay, well, why do I need a grinder for this?" So next thing you know, I'm grinding up these coffee beans. She's like, finer than that. I'm like, how much finer are we going on this
Yeah.
on these beans?
needed
we
silky
pack-
smooth.
And she's
You
like,
gotta
pack
do
it
it
in,
right.
pack it in. I'm like, we're still drinking coffee, right? this is Colombian coffee. She's like, yes, of course it is. What do you think I'd give you? I'm like, I don't know.
Who taught you to make your
let me
coffee?
tell you
Rex?
I take a sip out of this and my pupils dilate. I'm like, this is still coffee, right?
Yeah.
She says, yes, of course it's coffee. What do you think? I'm crazy? She's like, now let's stay up for the next 2 days. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going on?
Let me tell you a story before we go up into the next one. On the coffee, I went to Colombia, and this guy actually has a huerta. I don't know what it's called, a huerta, and he like a land of he cultiva cafe.
Yeah, it's like he's got a farm. That he grows
a coffee farm, but it's all organic. So he said, next time you come, I'm gonna bring you some coffee from our farm. So he comes into the class. I was expecting a little bag. Instead, he comes to me with like 10 bags wrapped like a bag
of
those
Coke.
movies, like the Colombian movies,
Like a
cartel
big
movies,
like a
sack?
kilo.
wrapped like this. It was like this. I mean, it was like a.
Like a canvas
brick.
bag.
I was like, "What is that?" I said, "Oh, it's coffee. It's like $10 of coffee." I was like, "This doesn't look like coffee."
I'm gonna need you to carry this
It
across
was
the
black
border.
with like wrapped in the
Saran wrap?
plastic,
Tape?
Oh, no.
the plastic deal. I was like, "This doesn't look like coffee." They're
No.
gonna stop me.
No one else is gonna
They're
think it's
stop
coffee
me in the
either.
airport.
That's when you see
Please
those
don't do
those agents, and they pull out their knives and they
Yeah, I was
stick
like-
it in there, and they're like,
Stick it. Well, then they lick
What
it. They
do you
put it.
used
They
to
rub
do
on their
before
gums.
you-
Like, you can't do
"They're like,
that.
"Yep, that's coffee."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I asked him, I was like, "What do you used to do for a living before you had your farm?" buddy?
You know how to
Come
wrap
on,
this
man.
pretty well.
You know how to wrap this stuff.
I know. Now you got me thinking. I'm like, well, she says she has a farm, right? Why? I'm like, they said the
And
farm.
on that note, Neil
Yeah,
White here
used
saying
truck
used
prices will plummet now that gas is expensive. And then Inspira says, what are the products to best layer bead maker with? Should bead maker be the top coat always? Yes,
almost
the
always,
only
yeah.
other one it should be above it is Dream Maker.
Dream Maker or paint gloss. Yeah.
Yep. Terry Schwartz, can you use Brake Buster on tires? Yes, Terry. Watch our latest video. Lloyd G. Hi, gents. Levi, thanks for your recommendation on coating a Tesla Model 3. Vinyl wrapped on satin finish. You're welcome, man. Between Halo and Soul, will any of these coatings make the film look shinier, darker, or richer? Both will make it look richer. It's not going to make it any shinier. It's just going to make it more, it's going to give it more depth. A little
More depth, that's-
more warm feel to it.
But
So-
most importantly, protection.
the biggest thing is that's all you want. So, Mean Bee 392, Terry Schwartz, absolutely. It works wonders on rubber. And then Nick Stessman, what's a good recommend dilution ratio for Polestar on interiors? 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 30 to 1?
10 to 1, 20 to 1. Yeah, 10 to 1, 20 to 1 is kind of where you want to bounce around. It'll save product and you'll still get the same result. Aaron's says, I wonder if Ford regret discontinue all their sedan hatchbacks in gas price. I don't know, man. I don't even know if they can keep up with the truck demand right now. Still.
I really
Right now
doubt
they
it because
can.
between the Maverick being a hybrid and the base model getting 40 miles per gallon for a little pickup truck and all the electrical vehicles that they're bringing out, they're really just kind of starting to offset that stuff. That was their plan all along. They knew things could change, but I really don't think they're
Well,
regretting
and
their
Dane, you
decision.
like that Ford Maverick.
I
Maverick,
love that.
I love the
I
Maverick. The Maverick
also
is
looking
love
for
that
my
Maverick.
chapstick.
It
I would
has
love to have a
everything to do
Maverick.
with the price they're
Yeah.
able to offer it at. There's just nothing else that comes close for
Turboed,
a
all-wheel
do-it-all,
drive.
basic
Really?
utilitarian
Lowered
vehicle.
little rocket ship.
So I
would
was
buy one
doing
in a
research
heartbeat.
on them, right? They're
would buy
small
one.
trucks.
They're
I
not
understand that.
particularly great looking or anything, but it doesn't matter because
they're not-
the functionality
The
is
functionality is
amazing.
what
But
you're
they're
looking
not
for.
quick, though, right? They're not quick enough.
Well,
Not yet, they're not.
the higher trim model
Next
is
year at
decent.
SEMA, I bet you that truck's going to be the new hotness.
Do you think you could do like a Ford Lightning Maverick like
I'm
mix
sure
or
you
something
could.
like
I'm
that?
sure you could.
Throwback, right?
Think about that
Definitely
engine.
do a
It's just a
performance
normal. It's their
version.
normal EcoBoost. So you get the same EcoBoost components, all the tuners. Everybody starts
yeah.
throwing in on it.
Boom.
You've got the wheel manufacturers start building different wheels. You got the suspension manufacturers doing stuff for those trucks. I guarantee you, we're going to see a ton of different built Mavericks.
Guaranteed there's an
it's
electric
gonna
version
force-
coming sometime down the
It's
line.
going to
too.
force GM and Dodge to follow suit
Yeah.
to make
telling you,
another
I'm-
micro truck.
I'm telling you, I
Yep.
want to run parts for Harry's in one of those, right? I get a red Maverick, right, on the side,
Oh man.
right?
Yeah, you could.
Racer's Edge.
Yeah. Well, you know, Eric bought one.
He did say he bought one. I don't know. Could he say he bought one in red? What color would he
I
buy?
don't know, but he bought a Maverick.
He said he bought a
got the
Maverick.
4-wheel drive turbo.
He said it was like a truck. It's like a, what's it called? He said it was just a shop truck. Or
Well,
something.
He's working on lowering it, and he's in talks with Scott about getting a set of wheels that'll fit it.
It runs on the same platform as the Escape and the Bronco Sport.
Yeah.
So it's basically car-like in the way it performs. But they have an FX4 version that's actually lifted. It can do decent stuff off-road in most basic conditions.
I would I would make mine
You could
all-wheel drive,
totally-
but I would lower it.
Yeah.
I would lower mine.
Yeah,
You would
put it
lower
on
it.
street tires, do something fun with it. Yeah, make it
cool
kind of a
truck.
street scene car.
So-
That'd be cool.
Nick Sessman says, thank you,
looking.
Hans. And then Steven Duada says, Terry Schwartz, you can use Brake Buster on tires. Yo Hurl says, Dr. Pepper with cream soda. Aaron says, hike. Why didn't Ford discontinue Mustang since they discontinued Fiesta ST, which is a sports car? Both are sedan models.
Well, that's because the Mustang has so much heritage here, they will not get rid of it in the U.S.
Yeah.
When the Mustang is gone in the U.S., Ford is somehow really
gone.
screwed up in the U.S. They will put the Mustang name on something
Well,
that doesn't
remember,
resemble a
in
Mustang
2008,
anymore.
Ford was the only one that had money.
Yeah.
They had sold everything, and so they just showed up and said to the proceedings where Chrysler and Chevrolet were bankrupt, basically.
Well, they had established a credit line for
They
themselves
said-
not too long before it all
No, they
went
had
down, so they were able to be okay.
No, they had
compared to the
cash.
others.
Is what they had.
They had cash
sold,
too,
They had
but-
sold all the businesses that they all the marks, and they had cash, and so they came into that meeting.
But
And
they
said,
had also established lines of credit before. That were
correct,
not
but
their
I'm saying though that when they came in front of the Senate, they
their timing
said,
was just better.
They
than
said,
the
"Well,
others.
we don't need the money, but we just want to make sure if
Yeah.
we need it, can we get it too?" And they drove to the proceedings when GM and Chrysler flew to the proceedings.
Yeah.
and that didn't look as good either. So I think they carpooled together in like a van or something.
They
anyway,
got it. They
but
understood
it was
the
it was
assignment.
it set them up for this, and they're kind of noticing the stuff that's happening different ways,
Yep.
and they're
Yeah.
trying to make it work the best way they can. So, Glossy Bear, just want to say hello. Sending positive vibes from Nevada.
Thank you.
Steven saying, Glossy Bear, where are you in Nevada?
Now I'm on to man. Am I page one? Whoop.
Look at that.
Wow.
Andreas saying a one-step combination for white hard Chevrolet paint. Hello from Mexico, compas.
Hola, compas.
Ooh, Dane, actually, it's a good time.
Blue.
We should actually
Well, I'm
jump
going to answer his question real
Oh,
quick.
yeah.
Blue wool, Andreas. Blue Rupes wool and last cut. The
you go.
last cut. That's all you need. Those two things, you get it. It'll clean up
Perfect.
white paint perfect.
Perfect. I was
All
going
right.
to say, all right, so let's go to a quick break, Dane.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah.
No,
I like
we
that.
can definitely do that. So, guys, don't go anywhere. Gals, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a few short messages here. But they're from us. You want to watch them, right?
Nos
like
esperan. Aquí volvemos.
Hey guys, Anthony with the Rad Company, and in today's video, we're talking about something new and exclusive for Amazon.com, and that is the Eagle Edgeless 6-pack in this new, beautiful teal color. Now, not only did we make this color exclusive, but we also altered the GSM, the grams per square meter, the weight, the density of the towel to 450 GSM. Now, what does that mean exactly? It means that this towel is the perfect combination of plush and pliable. Now, for reference, we have three other popular Eagle Edgeless: the Eagle Edgeless 350, the 500, the 600, and then this one right here at about 450. So we find that the 350 and 500 are some of our best sellers, so we thought, why not meet it in the middle, offer something right in between with a new cool color for all of our friends here at Amazon.com. So what would you use this towel for? Well, it's a 70-30 blend, meaning it's ultra soft, ultra safe, so you can use this for all exterior detailing needs, whether it's quick detailing, waterless wash, rinseless wash, removing light polish, light wax, sealants, and so on. This is ultimately going to be one of our safest and softest towels. The Eagle Edgeless fibers are second to none and are seriously one of the softest towels available on today's market. So what about outside of detailing? Can this towel serve any other purpose? Absolutely. If you have anything with a very delicate surface, such as something like a guitar or a piano or any type of plastic that just scratches by looking at it, this towel would be my answer. I would use this towel, as this is arguably one of the softest and safest towels, not just from a detailing standpoint, but from a cleaning standpoint as well. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the new color as well as the new GSM, and hopefully you enjoy it as much as I do. So as always, thank you guys all for watching and have a fantastic day.
Hello and welcome back to Q&A Thursday here with the boys. Let's go here. Here, you guys make a distraction while I find where we're at.
Basically, back to our normal conversation that we were having about what you could put on your Mountain Dew Major Melon glass.
Okay, I just want to say,
So,
it is
before Dane
like
gets-
a paste
Yeah.
that
Dane, one more
apparently is
page.
like kind of sweet.
There you go, right there. Yeah, it's a paste that's kind of sweet. That's what I'm saying.
And you put the glass in
yeah,
there.
it's like
you
a
twist it
sugary
around.
substance.
Yeah, it's like a
that-
sugary substance,
yeah.
and you twist it around, and you can top it off with some tahini on
and
top.
then you put the powder, or you put the chile, or you put whatever on that.
But
So
then
what
you
does
have
that got to
ice.
do with this?
But then you have ice, and you pour that in, right? And then what you do is you add a little bit of like I don't know, some mix alcohol.
Yeah.
And so let's funnel that into an answer for Ray.
So Ray says soft paint for compounding with the last cut. So yellow or white foam from Rupes, black or orange from Lake Country. Gosh, any of those would work just fine. And you could also try the yellow wool by Rupes as well. It's great pad. Kimberly asking, with lawnmower mowing season approaching, need help keeping dust off my car. Any product suggestions? PNS paint gloss.
Yeah. Anti-static properties.
Yes,
Really
indeed.
good for that.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Pangiotis balapakpakas compound polish by hand. Is it possible if we don't have a polisher? So, not really. What is possible is a product with a glaze. Now, you need to stay tuned for TRCMA because we are going to be releasing some new products, and one of those may just be a hand polish. I gave it to some friends to use for the recent car show that was coming up. They wanted to be able to give it a quick polish.
The one that's happening right now.
One that's happening this weekend, yes. They wanted to give it a quick polish. They said, do you have a hand polish? Because we don't have anything. And I said, I don't personally, but I do have this product that I've been playing with. Try it out. They used it, said it was very simple, very easy. Now, most of the time, hand polishes are just glaze, and they are loaded with fillers.
Fillers,
So
a lot of
they're
fillers.
going to hide the damage. They're not going to fully get rid of it, but they are going to hide it. So note that if it's something specifically for like a car, so remember when we were at WOWO, when we were doing wax stock, and we were in the WOWO's booth, and that kid pulled up in that black Mercedes that looked like absolute garbage,
It's pretty bad.
and he pulled out
Glaze.
the glaze and wiped the whole thing down by hand.
Yeah.
And
He's like
it got-
sweating. I'm like, what are
Yeah.
you doing? He's like, I'm putting glaze on this. I'm like, why? You guys use glazes a lot over here in the
Yeah.
UK. And he's like, yes, because it's so depressingly dark and gloomy. And I said, well, that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, but that car looked great when
It
showtime
actually
actually
did.
happened, and it was like, whoa, dude, made it look good.
Filled everything in.
But we knew the first time that thing gets washed with some sort of higher pH soap,
It's
it's
gonna
going to
be-
strip it right off. So that's the thing. So pan, you can compound polish by hand with a glaze, but you're not actually removing any of the defects. Now, you can, most of us that do some heavy intricate sanding, they do compounding and polishing by hand with a little microfiber towel and a KXK block, but it is tedious, and it's only recommended for areas that you can't get a machine in, not to do the whole car.
And the boards.
It's going to tear you apart.
Grand
Not your
Hotry
first choice.
says what, Dane?
What I missed so far, we had a close-up of Tony yet? You know, I don't think we have, but that is a great time for us to get in on that. So whenever
already see
that
the
happens,
camera
we'll be
moving.
ready for it.
Yeah. Grant says, lol, try paying $2.49 a liter
Yeah.
for 1 liter of fuel.
That's 4 liters for a gallon, no? No, 5.
It's more of a
How many
fractional
liters?
amount, but yeah.
1.3 liters to a gallon.
1.3?
No, that's not right.
No.
Wow, my brain is totally
We
fried.
are bad at math right now.
I don't know.
If you're talking four in a gallon, that's quarts. But
Yeah.
with a liter, you're talking about it's a 2 liter
I
bottle
think it's like
compared to a gallon.
2.5
is like
liter or something like that.
2/3 or somewhere between half and 2/3. Yeah, this is terrible. We're embarrassing ourselves right now. So I'm just going to
not
stop.
embarrass myself right now.
Alex Dewar says, is Anthony scouting any drilling
That's the kind of
company
Tony
for his
close-up
stake
we
of
need.
land across the street for him? We could have Alex
So-
go over there and secure your land as well.
So that land is currently under some type of animal protection for
What?
the Meridian marmot, right?
Oh, okay.
The yellow belly marmot that lives over there. So there's not really much that can be done in terms of drilling. But I
Thank you,
mean,
guys.
I've got some very different numbers depending on who you ask, but that's because
One-
liters are measured differently depending
one
on where
I'm
you
glad I
live.
was a part of this
4.5
math
liters.
conversation.
So first, Alex would have to rehome the Meridian Marmot.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple.
Safely.
The thing is, there's probably multiple marmots out there. There's a family of marmots. It's just the Meridian marmot was rather large
Okay.
Yeah.
and smells of
Thank you.
O&R.
Yeah.
I was
Very
trying to
big.
remember. In the UK, their mile is different than there was something that was
So-
like similar but different, where they use the same name for it. But
So
it's a
Grant's
different-
saying it's almost $10 a gallon
okay. Yeah,
down under.
that
It's
would make
like it is
sense.
So, all right.
Same,
Lost my
but
page.
different.
Hold on.
Or Grant is saying that. So,
Yes.
then Grant says our 98 is your 93. Mm-hmm. And we're paying up to 360 New Zealand a liter. Dang.
Wow.
Dino, all new diesels in the EU come with a start-stop system for saving CO2 on traffic lights. Bunch of BS. When something in a system goes wrong, you can just fall into a coma. Arthur, hey guys, happy Friday Eve. What tier cleaner would you recommend would be the best for removing salt stains?
Salt stains.
Well,
I'd probably use Terminator regardless, right?
yeah, I would use that first.
I'd use Terminator, right, just to start breaking that down. And I don't know, but then
Carpet Bomber's really great for that.
Yeah.
10 to 1.
And the carpet, right? The salt. Well, first thing first, before you start throwing any liquid on it, just make sure you agitate it and dry it up. Vacuum it and brush it. Brush
Try
it
and get
dry.
that stuff out.
Brush it dry
Get
and
it
vacuum it.
out, yeah.
And then from there, just use the copper bomber. Boom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grand Hotry, so a rough estimate, $10 USD a gallon for 93 octane.
Jeez.
Aaron, so Honda used to have a natural gas Civic model.
They
Would they
did.
make a great comeback? I don't know about natural gas, but is it the same stuff you use in a propane grill? No.
It's LNG usually.
Yeah, it's liquid natural gas.
A lot of
It's
commercial vehicles, like fleet vehicles, will get natural gas conversions
Yes.
done.
So
that was a common
I
thing.
remember my dad
Yeah.
talking about wanting to do this. He originally wanted to convert a lot of his old square body pickups to natural gas because he found that there was a company that would do that.
Yeah.
And then he was just going to build a pump on his side of
Yeah.
his house and tap into his gas line, and that was how he's going to do it. When he was mad, he said this. When gas prices topped $1.25 a gallon, he was like, "This is ridiculous. This is highway robbery. I'm gonna have to start doing some sort of other conversion to figure it out." And I've started researching on how to. So that was Brad Gates back in like 1989.
But the thing is this has always been my dream.
How
I
he's gonna
hope
do this stuff.
I hope that more people jump on motorcycles. It'd be that's like a
It'll be
world,
Colombia all over again.
That's like a world I would love to live in. I love motorcycles
But
everywhere.
if you think about it, Cuba, they started running vehicles on propane and natural gas as well. And it's very simple and easy to convert a standard Chevy 350 engine to natural gas or propane. Very easy.
So to Aaron's question here, so the Honda Civic did have multiple natural gas models.
Yeah.
They were more designed for fleet vehicles, right? So and you can find them for super cheap, right?
Yeah.
I think I've seen like the natural gas models, which were almost like mint condition. I'm talking
low
like
miles.
literally
because the
low
kind of people who
miles
bought
and-
them were borderline insane.
Well, the hard part is,
collectors.
too, there's not a lot of natural gas stations.
Yeah, and so that was I was looking into it, and I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a good deal, right? You can buy one of these cars for like $1,500, $2,000, but then you're like, well,
like
where do I fill it up?
If you go to the old Lupo location, there's a
one-
natural gas
there's one over there.
station there, which is like 15 to 20 miles away from me. So if I bought that car, I'd have to go 20 miles to fill up my car and then drive back. Like that's
So 40
that's-
miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the
defeats, 40
that's
miles
kind of
of
the
product.
problem with that natural gas vehicle was that there just wasn't enough.
the infrastructure.
Yeah, there wasn't
kind of
enough.
like how it is
Well, it's-
with a lot of these hydrogen
Electric.
vehicles.
Well, and hydrogen, yeah, and then
because
electric
Toyota keeps
as well.
trying to push that, and it's
Yeah.
just a California only model, and it's like, that's not going to catch
Yeah,
on.
but electric's the same way. You think about it, like there has to be more chargers and faster charging available so that people can, the superchargers are great.
Yeah, supercharger
But-
network's great if you got a Tesla, but if you have anything else, you're dealing with,
Yeah.
Electrify America or something like that, and it's not the best.
But once you can get into that, and if you guys want to learn more about that, I would watch Long Way Up.
Great,
With
great
Ewan McGregor
series.
and his buddy Charlie Borman. They ride electric bikes from the bottom of South America to LA and
Livewire.
bring 2 Rivians with them.
So what you're saying
And
is
the
I
Rivians
need to invest
also-
all of my money into
Super
Rivian right now.
pre-production.
Well, the Rivian started adding chargers, but sometimes they would have to charge the motorcycles. One scene, they got to a hotel in the middle of nowhere. They plugged in their bikes. It was so cold at night that they woke up the next morning and the bikes had zero charge because it didn't work. So they pushed the bikes into the hotel, which was basically someone's house.
Yeah.
Pushed the bikes through the door frame, put them in the house, plugged them in. As soon as they did that, blew all the circuits in the house. Had to restart everything, unplug everything from the home.
Oh, man.
This person's house, plug them in, and then they started getting a charge. They were able to get maybe
it was like a trickle charge.
It was like 50 miles total out of the bikes
Just a hair,
in the charge after 14 more hours.
Yeah.
And then they had to call a truck with a generator, a diesel powered generator on it with an electric bank so they could charge the bikes on the side of the road.
Yep.
Because they couldn't, because it was but that's why they did it. They're like, we want to try and see if it's even doable to get across. And it's a beautiful, beautiful documentary series.
Super
great. You
pretty.
can watch it on Apple TV. All right. Wild rides. Hey, Anthony. I just picked up a 2019 Acura TLX A-Spec V6 SH all-wheel drive, and I'm a lifetime Honda fanboy, and I feel like I reached the pinnacle. Well, except for the NSX.
That's pretty good, man.
That's pretty dope.
sweet.
That sounds
That's
pretty
sweet.
good.
That's super dope.
Ray, what ceramic coating would you recommend for a first-time installer? CSL EXO? Yeah, it's an easy one.
Super, super easy.
If you want anything even easier, just go to Sol. Or just EXO.
Yep.
My username, Happy Friday ETRC crew. What's your favorite protection product for a show car?
Dreammaker.
Yeah, honestly, Dreammaker is really all you need.
That thing makes vehicles look like they have ceramic coated. Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love it.
Looks insane.
Dino, do you guys have the AdBlue on new diesels in the U.S.?
I know
Blue
what he's
Def.
talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Blue Def on all the vehicles.
Yeah. It's
Oh, not
fun to
all
watch
of them.
that gauge.
All the diesels. But yeah, Dane had it on his truck.
Dane, did you have
Yeah.
it on yours?
Yeah.
You had to add in fluid?
I didn't have to do it because I didn't have the truck long enough to experience that. But yeah, it was
nice,
a
right?
level that I watched just in case. Danny Zamudio saying, I'm looking to buy a steam cleaner. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
McCulloch?
McCulloch,
If you're looking to
1275
start
to
out,
get started.
If you're gonna start out, just buy the McLaren. The McLaren's a pretty good steamer. We used them in our shops. Probably it lasts us probably about 6 months. Keep every single day used. Now, if you're gonna be using that machine, I really recommend you to, the minute that you're gonna start using it, turn it on, and then once you're done, shut it off. Don't just leave it running because then it will not last you. Now, if you're gonna be getting another something more professional, something that has more accessories, I really, really recommend you like the one from Vaporsa because it does have the extractor tool. It has the Tornador tool.
It has a lot of different
it has
accessories.
a lot of, and the fogger. I mean, it has a lot of tools that you'd be like, this is the ultimate steamer. So
Yeah, so it's Vaporsa. Or Vaporsa.
Vaporsa.
Mr. Trollin 86, Savage Geese just received a four-wheel drive EcoBoost XLT Maverick, and they said it hauls ass. I'm hoping to do a Raptor Maverick. There you go, Mr. Trollin.
Yeah, that's right. That's the EcoBoost that has about 250
Yeah.
horsepower. So for a small little platform like that, that's pretty decent.
That's what,
Especially front wheel drive, all the power is going to just two wheels. So yeah, you're going to feel it more. It's probably a little torque steer too. It's kind of like driving a Mazda Speed 3 or something.
Grant says Anthony like Fry from Futurama after 100 cups of coffee.
Yeah.
And Pan, can we use Green Star for interior with dilution? Yeah, 30-1.
Yep.
That's the safest way. If you want to go a little more, you can. Nash says KCX FSE for coated boat water spots. You can try it if it comes off. FSE is really only designed for fresh water spots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to do
It'd be
as
best
much
for taking
old
it,
ones.
like having it for the customer with that boat.
Yeah.
So when they pull it out of the
freshly.
water, then hit it
it.
down. Yeah, because that'll take care of it.
Geotechnic Marine has a dedicated water spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
they're older
really,
spots
it's
for
really
sure.
good for that. So, Chris asks, what's the best brush for barrels on gloss black wheels, Anthony?
Barrels on gloss black wheels.
Detail
I'd go with
Factory.
the Detail Factory brush.
Barrel brush.
The Detail Factory barrel brush. And They have a sock on that brush that is a soft sock that is meant for delicate surfaces.
Yeah.
So that's what I would use.
Andre saying the new 400 GSM in the bag makes me want some candy. It's 450 GSM to be specific, Andre.
Yeah.
RSX Freak says, sup y'all, currently here in the deep south, San Diego. Can't tune in live, but I'll make sure to catch the show later, I reckon.
I can't.
Yeah,
I can't with
that's
this.
that down home
can't.
cooking, down home living.
Southern
is.
California is not the South.
Well, and someone
Yeah.
like RSX Freak, he's all about,
Yeah.
about that Southern living.
Culture.
And driving them Hondas and just enjoying them sights and sounds of them June bugs.
Well, yeah, and then he stops in and gets himself some Waffle House,
Yeah,
right?
he hits a Waffle House in San Diego.
And the lightning bugs are out
Yeah.
too as
Right.
well. So
Yeah.
he loves the lightning
Yeah,
bugs.
you got to hear the
They
cicadas
really
in the
lean hard
evening,
into
and
this bit.
then they turn into the crickets and the lightning bugs out there. Just nothing like rocking on that porch, looking at his Hondas sitting in the driveway, and
Sipping a
just
sweet tea.
Sipping a
relaxing
sweet tea,
and thinking,
banjo in the back.
about how great and how sweet it is to be
Yeah.
You can
born in
imagine
the
with
South.
tahini.
And then we'll skip.
Then
all
everybody
the
says
audio
all our
questions.
audio's bound,
There
then it's
are a
back
bunch
up.
of those. we're on to page
RSXO said on a previous Q&A, someone mentioned that KCX PS could be
sorry.
used in a sprayer. And now I lost the question.
Here.
Will doing so affect its performance? Curious if some chemicals in it would not dispense. So it's just the solvents that are in that. The carrier solvents, they could have a tendency to break down a sprayer faster. That's the only reason. That's it.
Yeah.
So it's better just to put it on an applicator and use it that way.
I think it honestly too. I mean, I don't even have to spray it. It goes on so smooth.
Little goes a long way. Yeah.
Little goes a long way. We have Randy that says, Juan, it was great hearing your insight on the Pints and Polishing podcast this week. I hope you continue to join the community chat.
Oh, nice.
Nice, Randy. Yeah. Andreas, thoughts about MacShine's M15 Pro. Andreas, get yourself a Rupes 15.
Yes.
It will make you way more money. It will work better. It'll last longer. You've got 100% more support for that product, for a Rupes or even the Flex XFE 15 than you would with the MacShine 15.
5 years from now, they'll still be able to help you fix it.
Yes, it's cheaper entry. The price, you're right. That's the problem. Is a lot of guys look at
Machine
that.
is an investment, though.
But the machine is the investment.
Yeah.
I have a tool that has done over 4,000 cars sitting out in the studio right now that has allowed my guys to buy houses, buy cars, do a ton of stuff because of the work that machine did. And it was pretty much flawless. Brushes and a cable was all it needed replaced over the course of that time.
There is a machine that is actually less expensive than the 15 from Rupes, and it's actually the 12. And if you really want to buy something that is the Duetto, that is actually going to be better than the machine that you're talking about. I mean, as a detailer, if you, I will ask this question to you: do you want something just to make business, or you want something just to be a hobbyist, it's just to do on your vehicle? If you're going to be something to do on your vehicle, then get the 12. And I say this because I mean that machine is going to help you do help you clay, help you decontaminate the paint, help you polish, help you do paint correction. That machine that you exposing right now there, it's cheaper, but it's just like anything else. Cheap, it comes with a lot of problems, and you're gonna buy the machine. Next thing you know, you're gonna buy another machine in 6 months. Next thing you know, in another year, you're gonna buy another machine.
And now you've spent three times the money that you would have spent in the first place.
And not only that, but not only that part of the money, but also the wear and tear of your hands. I mean, come on, you have to understand that those machines from Rupes, and I'm talking about Rupes right now, it's meant for the pads, meant for the
everything's
balanced. I mean, the balance, there's no vibration, and if you're gonna be doing the whole vehicle, if you're not used to it, you're gonna get wore out. Trust me, I'm telling you this because I bought my first machine. It was a cheap hybrid frame machine, and I was like you, thinking, I don't need a very expensive machine because this is doing everything. But when I got the machine, then I realized, wow, I'm not sore anymore. Man, what was I thinking?
It paid for itself within the first 2 cars, and then it starts making you money.
So I'm telling you this as an experience. Buy the Rupes.
Yeah.
You don't know until you've tried it.
Yep.
So
The Bearded Hunter says, so I know Sydney used natural finish on the mats yesterday. Would there be anything else comparable? Maybe Wowo's interior finisher. Oh, I missed that product. That was a good product.
That's a good product.
Going to page 1.
Really, Top Star. Pretty close.
Yeah, Top Star.
Top Star by KCX. Mountain Town. Detailing my first G-Wagon this weekend. Prepare for some content. There you go.
The big box.
G-Wagon. I detailed one of those.
G-Wagon.
They're actually
Your wife
smaller.
like G-Wagons?
No.
No,
They're smaller than you
Katie
expect
thinks
them to be.
G-Wagons. She thinks G-Wagons are pretty cool. She's like, oh, that's nice. I'm like, what do you like about it? She's like, I just like how boxy it is. I'm like, it is literally.
Yes, I'm sorry. I thought they were talking about the other vehicle, but yes, the G-Wagon, the Mercedes one. She actually wanted one.
She wanted one. You didn't get her one?
No.
Why not? You don't want to be a
too
good
damn
husband?
expensive, man.
It's too expensive. Oh.
Hey, you can get used ones, you know.
For how
She's
much?
fine with the Tahoe. I think those things are over 100,000. No.
G-Wagon.
It all depends. I mean, if you're an aficionado like Doug DeMiro is, he knows all about G-Wagons. But when it comes down to it, if you want to find a good, reliable one, you can find the 5-liter ones, the V8s from like the earlier 2000s, like late 90s. There's some that were imported back from like the 80s and the 70s and stuff like that. But you want to have like a 90s or an up one. And they're virtually indistinguishable from new ones to the average person, too.
No, but you got to realize that if you buy a used one,
you're still looking
you're still
at
going to be paying for fixing problems.
I don't think I've
that's
seen
going to
one
be the
for-
expensive charge. So that's why it's like either you buy used and you have it on the mechanic side, and you're going to pay the money in the mechanic side, or you buy new and you just don't worry about it. Just take it to the service.
That's
guaranteed.
just it,
So
though. If
it's
you
not
get
a
the
great
right
choice.
one, it may not
for
be a
me,
maintenance
anyways.
nightmare. There are ones out there that'll actually surprise you. I'm just saying. Some marks will scare people off. Like people think all Jaguars are
scares me.
unreliable and all that stuff.
Well, that's
but I have the
that's
one
what they
that
say, right?
is the exception to the rule.
If you're going to buy a Jag, buy 2 so you have one for spare parts.
And for pretty much any other one
So
besides mine,
so
that's true.
That's the,
I'm not
That's why Dane
blinded
has a
by
parts
loyalty to a
Jag.
brand.
Yeah,
I have zero loyalty
keeps
to a
it
brand.
parked over across the street. Parts Jag.
And all my parts come from across the street in the
Yeah.
junkyard. So if I ever need anything, it's just readily available for me there.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, my car's not getting junked, so it's a good sign that I can't find anything.
Dang, I saw an
We found
XCR there.
we found like 5 of them.
Yeah,
Anthony and I
an
go over
old one, an
every week.
X100 generation.
No,
Mine's an
every week.
X150.
Dang, it looks
They're
just
different.
like yours.
Yeah.
There was an
Different
cars.
There was an XJR220 over there the other day.
Yeah.
That's not a
We
car.
pulled some
It's
headlights off.
XKR.
Oh,
The XJ220 is a car.
Yeah.
There was an XJ220 over
But
there.
the
and
standard
an
XJ is a sedan,
Yeah.
and the XK is a coupe.
Yeah, there was all of those
I'm
there.
not going
There
to
was
waste my
F-types,
knowledge
there
on you.
All kinds of
Useless
Jags.
car knowledge.
Okay.
Make us all a bunch of money. All right. Dane, Ryan Iona
Sure,
says
yeah,
it's
yeah.
back. Luke Berge says, hey, all. You just curious on the ETA from the hang from it, bang from it stickers.
no.
And then JB, can you coat 2 windshields with the 15 ml G1 bottle? Thanks to tricks to stop windshield wiper chattering on new blades. Well, if you tuned in, JB, to yesterday's episode, Sydney said, go horizontal with your application method. That way you don't have to worry about it. Try it. See what you think. Mike Bellows, everybody's talking about how many mils in a gallon. Helio Castillo, hey guys, I wanted to hear y'all's opinion on a couple suggestions for the first-time buyer of a DA polisher.
Oh,
Helio, we just said that.
Did I just
Duetto, Rupes Duetto 12,
the best machine.
Rupes Mark 3 15 or Mark 2 if you can get one. A Legacy 15 is a much cheaper purchase, kind of bridges the gap. Still an amazing machine, works great. Yoshi, question for Anthony. What's a good motorcycle to start on? I'm not trying to ride a 300 to 450cc bike, but I'm trying to convince myself I shouldn't full send and start with an Aprilia RSV.
Oh, why would you start with an Yeah. That's
Yeah. An
yikes.
RSV4, you'd probably die almost immediately.
We just learned today the new Huskies.
Yeah, no, so
Scavarn.
so everybody says they don't want to start on a 300 to 450, but like that's where like a lot of the most fun is on like anything actually less than a 600.
But Anthony,
is a
I'm
ton
just
of
gonna
fun.
grow out of
it's
it
just
and be
it's
bored.
it's a what's it called? It's not a clout thing. It's just like a
It is a
ego
clout
thing,
thing.
right? Where people are just like, I don't want to be seen on a bike.
under 600 cc's.
It's like being seen with training wheels.
Well, like, and I get it. Because when you're riding with other bike people, right? You can't keep up, or you feel like their bikes are just cooler sounding, better looking.
That's why you
yours,
overcompensate the other direction. Just get a Grom so no one expects anything out of you.
Nobody expects anything out of a Grom, which is fantastic. But
And you're always having fun.
I would say so. On a serious note, we were over at Carl Cycle Sales because next week we're actually pulling in a couple of motorcycles from the shop for our live next Wednesday, doing a motorcycle detail, which is something we haven't really done. So,
Yeah, so we went over to look at
Levi's
some
going to pull probably a classic, maybe
Probably
a
like a
roadster,
Honda Shadow or
something like that.
Yeah.
I might pull I might put a backwards hat on and jump on a Gixxer 1000.
Oh, the
I'm
Gixxer.
excited because we're going to call this live Cool as Ice.
What if I detail the GSXR? What if I just had flip flops on and shorts,
Just go
and a backwards
full
hat,
squid.
and pit vipers on? I'm like, so I'm a Gixxer rider, and here I'm going to tell you how to clean the bike. Right? You're just going to want to rinse it off and then ride it super fast to dry. That's
There
it.
you go. That's it.
So,
Yeah, we were over there. We
Self-drive?
saw
It's a
Hayabusa.
self-drive.
So on a serious note, though, the Vitplin, right, which is made by Husqvarna, they have a 401 that Josh, who used to work at Carl's, who works here now is in customer service, was actually saying that was one of the funnest bikes he's ever ridden in that 401 size. And I was like, really? And he's like, dude, it's an absolute blast. It's smaller than a 600 bike, but it's larger than a Grom.
And it's a good looking bike.
It's good looking, dude. It's really
Amazed by it.
It's very it's weirdly good look. It's got WP suspension, adjustable suspension on it. It's got a lot of cool little quirks on it and features
Kind of
that
bike
I really like.
Dane needs to buy and only ride it from his house to here.
Well, Anthony, who's behind one of the screens over here, he was like, man, he's like, if my wife would let me buy a bike, that would be a pretty sweet one.
It was inexpensive too. It's like under $6,000.
5,500, yeah.
Nuts.
And but I think a good first
bike
bike.
for under $6,000.
I tell people though that if you're getting into a good first bike, if you get into like a 650 cc, right? People don't like the 650s because they don't like getting into a twin typically. And the 650s are slower than a 600, right?
But an
'Cause it's a completely
SV650 is such a great bike.
SV6, that's a different story. But the 650, most people will buy a 650. They might have it for a year before they sell it. So if you want to get into a true sports bike, jump into a 600. But I think there's a lot of cool in-between bikes nowadays that are in kind of like that 700 to 800 range that are really fun. So like the MT-07, which is a Yamaha, right? Total blast, tons of torque. It sounds absolutely amazing. It's kind of a naked bike. Then they have the MT-09, right, which is an absolute torque monster. It's a 3-cylinder, and that thing can wheelie like until the end of time, right? And it's under 1,000 cc's. But if you want to get into something that's a little bit more like refined or better looking, I don't know. That's when your options change when you get over 1,000. It just depends on the style of bike you're looking for. But in all seriousness, I would say that little that Vitplin 401 would look like a cool little bike, man.
I just want a Ducati Scrambler.
Yeah, Dane, you would. I don't even think you can handle Ducati Scrambler. We're gonna get Dane on a Honda.
He says it
Monkey.
like he thinks I haven't ridden a bike before.
Honda
We're gonna get you
Monkey.
on a Honda
is a
Monkey.
great idea.
Honda Monkey.
Contrary to belief, I have driven motorcycles before. I've ridden
Dane
several.
used to be in wild. He was one of the
that's
stunt
the
doubles
Wild
of
Hogs.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Mild Hogs.
Lukewarm hogs.
Otto Vargas says, Juan, how did you feel in Costa Rica? Next time, please tow the rest of the TRC gang with you. We'll for sure attend next time. The experience must have been amazing.
Costa Rica was actually a great place. I mean, we had a lot of fun. I mean, there was a lot of knowledgeable detailers. I mean, there was actually one guy that is actually part of the detail mafia there in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
He took the training, and he actually did help me out with some of that part of the training on the PNS part.
Yeah, that was one of our homies.
Yeah. And so, yeah, it was G-Technique, Rupes, Rag Company, and PNS that hosted that event. And then on the second day, we actually did a G-Technique accreditation. Also, with the microfibers. After that, we went to the beach. We went to Limon. You know what's funny? Now that I remember, is that in Costa Rica, the lime, it's like orange. When you cut it, you think it's a piece of orange. It's like a small orange, but no, it's actually lime. It looks like an orange, the color yellow. So it's not like
On the lime, though. You're expecting
green.
it to be green.
Yeah, you expect to be green, but no, it's actually like orange. So, yeah, that was actually one thing that I actually thought it was kind of cool.
That is
yeah,
cool.
It was a pretty nice place. Love that place. Love the people there.
Superchargers what happens when the power grid goes down for days and no solar panel.
Well, there's other forms of gathering electricity.
Wild rides. I swap between suede and microfiber applicators for ceramic coatings. Which do you guys prefer and why? The purple pearl or the pearl applicators, the pucks. That's my favorite. Randy Rochefort, my IK Foam Pro 2 from TRC just got delivered. So pumped to not pump it. There you go. Nice.
Yeah, man.
It's
Rudy, best rag company towel to wipe off. Quick detailers. Wax, ceramics with the same towel work for both categories. Thanks, guys, for the information. So this is kind of subjective as to based on what the product is. Many products work differently with different towels. So pearl weaves are amazing. Eagles are amazing. FTWs are amazing. Creatures are amazing. Like we did on the last video, on the last live, we used pink FTWs with Dreammaker because it works the best. Beadmaker with orange FTWs works the best. Now, could you use eagles and creatures and pearls and things like that for other products? Yes. CTV3 with a pearl weave, amazing. It's a great product that way. So it just really depends on the actual product, because what most people don't realize is on all your last step products, Anthony loves this. This is like his number one thing, is the body. He loves inspecting the bodies of all of these different LSPs. Seriously. You spray a product on, you stick a towel onto it, and then you literally know exactly what towel is going to work based on how that liquid is on the surface of that vehicle.
Yeah, I can just it's the viscosity, right?
Yeah.
It's the feeling underneath the towel. It's the glide. It's the flip of the towel.
The wipe off.
It's the smell. It's how everything kind of works together in one clean motion. And there's certain, and it changes. Honestly, there's so many different products out there that I find that like there's certain chemicals I hate using certain towels with. There's other ones I just absolutely love using that same towel with. Yeah. Changes for everything, but it's pretty open-ended. I would say get a couple different styles of our towels, test different things out. But did we expect that the FTW, which was initially a window towel, to be everybody's favorite beadmaker towel and everybody's favorite Dreammaker towel?
Nope.
No, but that's just how that ended up happening.
Yeah, it was literally, we grabbed that towel, used it, and said, whoa, this works way better. The product works way better.
It's fantastic.
It's a pretty good towel.
Panos says, thank you for your answers. Greetings from Greece. Thanks, Panos.
Thank you.
Han says, is Gramps G. Davis taking a nap? He must be.
This.
Probably sleeping in his lazy chair, his lazy boy, enjoying it. Graham, I have to admit, I thought you guys were further south and Levi was traveling up to Utah rather than down.
No, we're in Idaho, not Arizona.
Nope. Yep. Yeah. Juan's actually in the middle between us and Salt Lake. So Alex says, my girlfriend is also obsessed with boxy vehicles. Maybe it's a female thing.
Yeah,
never know.
I wonder if it's a counterintuitive thing, just because people might assume, like, a curvaceous flowing shape on a vehicle design, people just assume that's somehow more feminine, and then it's a reaction to that.
No, but it's like weird though. That box is just, I wouldn't guess it would be a girly thing, but I guess
I just like boxy
apparently
vehicles.
your wife likes it, my wife likes it, and
depending on the vehicle. Well, for like a Volkswagen bus, like a 60s Volkswagen bus, for example, Transporter 2, would you call that curvy or boxy? Because it's kind of both. It's a box with curves.
Well, I got to say that my wife thought, she didn't know what was the price of that vehicle. She just liked the vehicle. She didn't know what was the price of it. And when I told the price, she's like, I don't know about that, but I still like one.
Yeah. Sometimes I just have a problem for looking at something and go, ooh, I like the design of that, and then you discover that it's way more expensive, and you didn't mean for that, but it just is.
So if I bought my wife a G-Wagon, she'd go, this is ugly and stupid. But if I got her a new Ford Bronco, she'd go,
oh my God.
Can we,
both boxy vehicles.
Can we to get one.
That was so sweet of you to think of me like that.
Not good.
Or if I got her an old FJ40, she'd go, oh my gosh. Tan with a white top. That's all my wife wants.
There's a big difference, though, with the G-Wagon, because it's a European vehicle, despite being an off-roader and all that, not as wide as like a Bronco or other things. Yeah. It's designed for more narrow European streets, despite being a big off-roader. It's not that big by our standards. So it's actually not
Kirby Thompson saying, sorry late, but had to finish a job. Question. What's the question? And then RJ, any recommendations on a handheld light to help us see swirls. Yeah, dude, we got scan grips like crazy on our website. Get one.
Search
Headlamp's
scan grip.
really the best.
Yeah.
Headlamp will make you money.
Tom Kirby says, can Willows crystal sealant be used as a clay lube? No.
Nope.
Think if you're using, nope. Sorry.
Nope.
do it.
Crystal sealant.
You're going to have
Crystal
a bad...
sealant is...
Do not do
We
it.
tried it before.
No.
It's a bad time.
Nope.
It's not fun.
Nope. Can't do that.
Save you some
Yeah.
heartache.
Just don't, Kirby. Don't.
Jeffrey N says, recommendations for best engine bay cleaner spray / foam. So I personally really have been liking using Magic Wheel Cleaner as an engine bay cleaner because I like the fact that it removes the fallout from the engine bay. I like the fact that it breaks things down, adds up a lot of froth. But I mean, you can use most APCs. It's just finding something that's going to be safe on your hoses, safe on your plastic, something that's not
Indeed.
going to fade anything, and then also understanding that most of your engine bay is single stage or is just your base coat paint, right? It's not clear coated for the most part, so you want to use something that's going to be safe on that as well. What do you like to use though, Levi?
I still love using just Power Clean.
A little bit
Diluted
power
10 to
clean.
1.
Yeah,
There's nothing that
strong
really-
enough, strong and safe.
Yeah,
right.
You know, strong enough for a man, pH balance for a woman, as they say.
I
Right?
don't know if that's
not-
what they don't
that's not
say.
what- that's
They've
what-
never said
Feels
that.
kind of misogyny.
Yeah,
Well,
that
that's
is
the
okay.
secret.
Never
That's the
once-
secret commercial line. But no, it's perfect because it cleans, it degreases, it removes dirt, it cleans rubber, it does all that stuff.
Power clean on its own is strong
Very
enough
simply.
to grease an engine block.
We could literally go to that junkyard and clean 90% of that stuff. Did you notice that they don't really clean anything? They use Purple Power and Awesome Sauce or whatever that is.
Yeah.
And everything's still like those tires I got with when I went over there with Glenn.
Yeah.
very dirty.
Do you know
Oh,
that-
those
stuff
were
was so
filthy.
filthy.
Do you know what I caught them using the other day? Cleaning the wheels and tires. You're gonna laugh. You ready for this?
What?
The same thing they use to clean the floors. Lavender Fabuloso.
I wonder why it smells so good in
Oh,
there.
this is good.
They were
Classic.
spraying the wheel. I saw them spraying a set of wheels and tires the other day. It wasn't at that location. It was at the other one. But I was looking at the purple, and I looked over. I saw the bottle of Fabuloso off to the side. I said, "Are you
Where's that
spraying
getting
that?
used?
Is that smell?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, stuff smells pretty good." I'm like, "He's spraying it with Fabuloso. You can't clean wheels with that,
Yeah.
monster."
Well, the tires.
can,
were
but
that was a popular
I was
item
so
when I worked
dirty
at Home
when I
Depot.
lifted those
People bought
wheels
that
up
stuff
in their
like crazy.
Jeep. I was so mad.
No, dude, purple
Good dirty.
Fabuloso. It once that hits the air.
Yeah, no, all of the
jeez.
jalopy jungles smell like that.
Yep.
Randy Rochefort, 250 cc Cafe racers are crazy fun to ride. Oh,
love
I
me a
forgot to ask
cafe
Juan,
bike.
what's your favorite
What?
engine degreaser?
In
Cleaner.
degreaser, well, to be honest, Awesome LA. I'm just kidding.
We're about to go.
The dollar store.
Ooh,
I
I don't know if you're allowed to give advice.
no. I actually try to be safe in that part. There's one product that is actually from PNS. It's what is that? I just forgot the name. It's for the interior. Help me out with the names. The products that you guys sell here too.
Express?
Express Detail. Yes, I use that.
Express interior cleaner
Yep,
on
I
the
do.
on the engines?
Yep.
Never tried that.
Yeah, I tried it. Kind of liked it.
You
I
liked
feel that it's saved. It's safe enough that
Well,
it's
it's
not going to
definitely
damage
safe,
anything.
So there you go. Ray saying, is 30 mils of CSL enough to coat a Silverado? Yes, plenty.
Should be fine.
Luke Berge says, I am running very low on crystal sealant. I'm going to miss that product like crazy. Man, Luke, I am amazed you still have some. I'm
He
all
is.
out. I don't have any more.
Stretching that thing.
It's such a good product. It's such a good product. All right, Yoshi. The Vit Pylon 401 looks so rad too. I was looking at the Trident 660, which is similar looking roadster bike.
So in person, the Trident is made by Triumph, right? It's called a Triumph Trident, right? That is their entry level bike that they've made this last year. The Trident is larger than the 401. I mean, the 401 when you stand next to it, it is not a full size motorcycle, but it's not a small.
So it's
I
a
don't know.
mid-size.
No, but it's Dane. There's no such thing. Like I'm saying that this 401.
Well, if there's no category
the
for it, then you
size of
might
this
as well make one.
401 is in its own strange category.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to
It's in the
describe it.
netherworld, known as the mid-size.
It's not big, it's not small, it's just kind of right in the middle, but it's still a motorcycle. But the Trident is full sized and it's a great starter bike. I mean, but that's a bike that you could be on for a long time. Your other option, which would have more prestige than a 660 Trident would be a street triple 675, right? There's a 765 now, which is recently in the last couple of years, but they used to have a 675. If you would like to buy a used one, you can get to a 675 for like cheap. You can get into one of those for like $4,000, maybe less than that.
That's not bad.
And they're great. It's 3-cylinder. It's an absolute scalpel. Fun. I mean, in terms of like canyons.
I still want to buy another bike. I mean, I still want to buy a bike, man.
But
even though my wife doesn't.
The 765 would be too much, though. Seriously, the 765 is pretty quick for what it is. So I'd say 660 Trident, yes. 675 Street Triple from the previous generation, check out that Vitplane, dude. I think the Vitplane's dope, and I think that you would get a lot of more compliments on that bike than the other two.
Yeah,
because it's one of those.
Yeah.
Well, with Huskies and KTM's, people tend to notice.
No, Dan, you'd have to see this 401 in person to know what we're talking about. You'd like it.
All right,
it's good looking.
Ron says Juan is correct about getting the right polisher. My first DA was original Porter Cable 7424. I called it the Bone Shaker. And Bearded Hunter says, I think it's time I made myself an FTW pillowcase.
Ooh.
That's very absorbent.
Yeah.
Luke Berge, what's the chance a Grom would move my ass?
Oh, no.
These gas prices be killing me, lol.
Luke, you'd be surprised. I've ridden with some pretty big boys on Groms.
Part of the efficiency is to do with the weight, though. So I mean, that's
there was
balancing
this guy.
it.
He was 260, right?
Okay.
And he rode a Grom. He's 260, like 6'2", big guy. And
You're describing me with 10 pounds less on me.
but he was taller than you. He was taller than you. But dude, he flew on that thing, right? It's a momentum bike,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
As long as you
Find
go
the nearest
downhill
hill.
on those Pennsylvania roads, right?
Yeah.
You'll be fine. It's the uphill.
Yeah.
that
Bombing
you'll
down the
struggle
farm
with.
roads.
Be struggling.
Kimberly says, I tested my new McCullough 1275 last weekend. Ended up
nice.
doing the windows, the walls, and the floor. Spring cleaning done. Oh, Kimberly.
Nice.
That's
Kimberly.
the best. Good job.
What are you
walls.
using for that? For those baseboard solution packages,
Oh.
Kimberly? Right.
So, Kimberly, make sure you're only running distilled water in that machine.
Yes.
That's
That's
the
true.
number one thing. Has to be distilled only. You can put a little bit of O&R in there, a couple drops every time you fill the tank. No big deal. But
if you have
what
hard
I
water
usually
in there
do-
right now, take it out.
Yeah. If you just
Get it
put
out.
water out of the
Yeah.
sink, take it out. Distilled
It'll
only.
turn to sand soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other benefit.
That's a
I
killer.
forgot to mention that. Yeah, that's one of the things, the major things that actually killed it, because it doesn't have a plug on the bottom. It doesn't have a drain, so the other machine actually does have a drain.
Yeah. Jeff C., happy Friday Eve. Gentlemen, what dilutions do you use PNS Terminator Carpet Bomber? Do you ever use them straight? I use them neat all the time. Terminator straight, Carpet Bomber straight. That's just how I roll.
They're pretty
now,
much ready to
you
use.
can do Carpet Bomber 1-to-1, 1-to-2, up to 5-to-1.
1 to 5, yeah.
So, Otto, you probably got a lemon tangerine, which is a hybrid between the two. Some call it a lemon. We do have a lime as well. That's probably what lemon is.
Oh, yeah.
Lemon.
It was limón, it was un I'll say this in español. Era un limón que en vez de ser era amarillo por fuera, pero también yo pensé que el limón iba a ser como verde por dentro, pero no, realmente era anaranjado, so parecía una naranja. So it looked like an orange.
Yeah.
So it looked like yellow from the outside, and it looked orange on the inside. So, and I was like, oh, what do they have?
And you have
what
green
am I gonna do with
lemons.
these?
This is
what am I
just
gonna
confusing.
do with these little oranges? And it's like, no, this is your lemon, your lime. It's like, what? And I tasted like, oh my god, it's super sour, it's super good. I was like,
Nice.
oh wow. I wanted to bring one in, but I
Yeah.
knew I couldn't bring one, so it sucks.
Nash, yes, that was my plan with the KCX FSE. Give it to a customer with some premium towels to tackle fresh water spots. Thanks, broskies. You're welcome, Nash.
Yeah.
Brian Schwab, happy Friday, TRC. Is it me or has polishing correction compound market become oversaturated? There's so many to pick from nowadays. I would find it probably very hard to tell the differences. No, you'd be amazed. Like Anthony and I use a lot of different products. Juan uses a lot of different products. We've been able to tell the difference. Now, the products we carry are the ones we've narrowed down to be the best in their field.
Yes.
That's it. They work. They do their job. You don't have to worry about it. So whether that's Rupes, whether it's KCX, whether it's Last Cut lineup, they're all super simple, easy to use, give you the best results, fastest wipe off, cleanest wipe off, little to no dusting. That's how we do it. So Dino, man, I would do a G class any day instead of an X7. I did a white X7 and I had sore muscles for a week. It's the car. It's not a car. It's an apartment.
The X7 is larger than a G-Wagon. However, it's still not comparable to like a Suburban or an Excursion or one of those. Those are apartments. But
Nice.
the X7 is, I would put it on a par with like, I mean, you got your Infiniti QX80, is it? The big guy, which is also the Nissan Armada here, or your Toyota Sequoia, like a second gen. First gens are even huge. I mean, they're Tundra based, but they feel bigger than their other counterparts. Like a Tahoe feels smaller for some reason than a Sequoia does. Anyway.
Robert Colon, saludos, buenos tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Shad, favorite towel mitt brush combo to clean interior leather and plastics. VLB, color lock brush, and interior scrub mitt. Those three do the most. Lars saying, hola,
Hey.
best regards from Switzerland.
Hey,
Lars,
Lars.
how's it
¿Cómo
going?
estás, Lars?
Corey, I use Bead Maker as my drying aid and cannot help myself to wipe it down almost every wash, like with Dream Maker, after it cures, of course. Will a regular wash with GSF know it's done enough? Do they play well? Yeah, they do fine. They're totally fine. And then Robert says, saludos a Juan y demás del chat, the rag company.
Oh, so he says, hi, Juan, and to the other guys in the chat.
Very nice.
What's up? And Kimberly says, I distilled with O&R like my TRC teachers told me. Emptied after I let it steam escape like a pressure cooker.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
All right. There's nothing left to teach
Yeah.
you.
Good. Have fun.
You got it.
Enjoy it.
Great.
Yoshi says the headlights on the street 77765. Ha ha ha. It looks like a bug. Yoshi, that isn't just Triumphs in general, right? They've always had the bug headlights, but you can always swap those out with a single headlight, which looks really cool. That's what I did on mine.
Looks a lot better.
It's sacrilegious though.
But it looks so much
Yeah,
better.
the Triumph people don't like that when you take
Yeah.
two headlights and turn
Well,
them into one.
who are you trying to make happy? You or the other people in their bike?
Depends, Dane. Depends if I can ever get a Triumph sponsorship
okay,
someday.
clout farmer. Okay.
You want to read Kirby's there, Anthony?
All this talk on motorcycles. Just sold my Honda 919 street naked model. What year was that? That would have been a
Garage
God,
Queen was only
919.
700
Is
miles.
that a 90s bike or an
No,
early
a
2000s bike?
hold on.
So he had 700 miles on it. Now he has the funds to buy better detailing equipment. Kirby, I don't know if you know, Anthony, what's the mileage on your Triumph?
My Triumph's at 20 almost. It'll be 27,000 miles.
There you
this
go.
year.
You ride them quite a bit.
Okay, a 919. Yeah, so that's it's a Hornet is what it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay, the Hornet.
Yeah. So the Hornet, yeah, those aren't bad
I
looking
remember
bikes.
that name.
700 miles though, that's nothing.
That's a new bike
That's
still.
crazy. That is crazy. 700.
Yeah. Yoshi says, I'll check out the Vit Pillin 401.
Do it, Yoshi. I think you would appreciate
They're
the
cool looking bikes.
I think you'd really appreciate the look of it. Or the 701 is fine too. But I mean, the 401 for the price, God, you can't beat it. That's sweet.
Nuts. Okay, Robert.
There you go.
I was
Sorry.
going to let you read it, Dane.
I think, yeah,
I want to hear
you
it.
don't
I
want
want to
me
hear it.
trying
I want to
read
hear it.
Yes.
Go. Dane, read it.
I'm not going to butcher that.
Come
Go
on.
ahead.
Come on. You're not going to butcher it. Try it.
Qual seria la microfiberia quemas recomendaren para remover polish y compound.
Perfect, Dane.
Perfecto.
Perfecto.
Can you recommend?
I got
can
the
you
microphone
recommend
in
a
my
good
eyes, too.
microfiber for polish and compound removal?
Yes, indeed. ¿Cuál sería la microfibra que más recomiendan para remover el polish y el compound? So which one would be the microfiber that you guys would recommend to remove polish and compound? So
I understood.
so say that. Say,
I read
365.
365. Edgeless 365.
sí, so sería la 365 Edgeless, o te podría recomendar también la Creature. La Creature es una de unas toallas que son más versátiles y te pueden ayudar a remover porque de un lado tiene un tejido encruzado y en el otro tiene las fibras por fuera. So, te recomiendo también esa.
Yep. This next one's fighting words.
Mike H is coming in blind.
He is.
Mike H is
Oh,
hell.
he
let's-
must have
let's-
missed all these
Let's
conversations.
let Mike ask his question.
Okay.
Okay.
Try not to attack
Yes.
him.
Well, no,
Hola a
actually,
todos.
well, we'll just should we have our fellow watchers answer, Mike?
I
Or should
mean,
we
they
address
they
it?
know that we've answered this probably 9
Well, Mike,
billion
we'll just tell you
times.
this. Hola, Totos. What does Rag Company think of McKee's 37 Z914 rinseless wash? Your very own Ivan LaCroix is on McKee's channel lately demonstrating the product, stating it's better than O&R. So,
First of all, he's not ours.
he's not ours. Ivan LaCroix is his own man. And Ivan really does like McKee's N914.
Yeah.
The rest of us, in this room that use it. It's okay.
But
It's
don't
a-
take that as saying it's bad, because it's not bad.
It's not a bad rinseless wash, and there are a
just
lot of people that like it.
Prefer O&R.
I don't think it comes close to O&R. That's all.
All right, Juan, what you got?
Can I say that I haven't tried it? I mean,
There you go.
I haven't tried it, and I haven't tried it because I'm been using O&R for the longest time, and it's something that it works for me great. Now, I do want to try it just because more people are actually interested in knowing about it. So I want to know so that I know I can give my feedback. But up to this moment, I think O&R is just one of the greatest products that has ever been made. I mean, can't compare.
It stood the test
the
of
moment.
time and then some.
And Anthony has found that it doesn't soften the water the same way that O&R does.
Also true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
100%.
has a harder time encapsulating mineral deposits as well.
Now, if you
So-
want to get into specifics, Mike, as to why you might prefer it, or if you're just saying because
But Mike, hola.
be happy to hear that. All right, Luke.
Luke says, when I heard it was going away, I got 12 bottles of Crystal
right,
Sealant.
you did.
Got about 3/4 of a bottle left. I'd love to dilute it and use it as a spray-on rinse-off wheel protectant. Boom, nice.
Yeah, Luke was
Nice.
all about the crystal
Yeah.
sealant.
Yeah.
Oh, any recommendations to take its place? Luke, at the moment, just what we've got.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beadmaker and CTV3.
You can't
Crystal
go wrong.
sealant
SSO
was its
too.
own special thing.
It was on a
Yeah.
playing field. I think the closest we could ever get to that is Soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was just
that's
so dang
closer.
strong. That was,
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. G. Davis says Dane is the webmaster for the Boxy Females website and 900 chat line.
Ladies and gentlemen, G. Davis has entered
Oh,
the
man.
chat.
Well, welcome, G. Way to make an entrance. Appreciate it.
All right, last ones. We're at 4 o'clock.
Oh,
Kirby
man.
Thompson, 2007 Honda 919cc. Very nice. Dino saying, can I wash orange FTWs with the herringbone for the first time? I have like 5 of each. Yeah, you totally can.
Yeah.
They're both lint-free designs, so they're totally fine. Alex Sars says, G. Davis, with today's fuel prices, Dane can offer toll-free 900 chat lines. Full toll it is.
Got to pay the troll toll.
Nazina says, search for the continues for a car. Looking at a 2016 GTI with the 6-speed manual. What do you guys think? The manual's better than the automatic. I would
As
tell you
long as
that because you're not going to lose a tranny.
But doesn't the GTI have the DCT?
Yeah, the DCT's a good transmission when it's working right.
Wait, yeah,
it's working right.
It's working
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Manual's
it's
probably a
good
better
tech.
option.
But I mean, Mazzina, you
But
could
for
also jump
2016
into a
told you,
Hyundai
it's-
Veloster in,
Yeah.
or to a Elantra in, and have
Yeah.
all the same much more performance.
Yeah,
more
but it's
action,
also
much more.
paying more money than what he's going to pay
well,
for
he could pick up a
2016.
he could pick up if you
yeah.
look. Here's another one, Mazzina. Hyundai Elantra Sport 2017 model with the 6-speed. First car that Bierman built at Hyundai.
I'm telling you, get the Veloster.
Bierman is the
Veloster in
father
or
of the-
Elantra.
I got a Louser, for sale if you
But
want to buy
you
it.
know, but you gotta
Remember
get your son the in model.
That
then he would never
Mazzina
sell
is
it.
looking for a car in the $12,000 range.
Right.
Oh,
yeah.
crap,
So,
right.
We're up
yes,
at
I
17.
remember
that.
this.
Yeah, the sports are about 17 now. So the Hyundai
I threw him a couple
Elantra
options,
Sport, so-
but he seems to have his
Yeah.
mind set on certain
Yeah.
things. And
I
he's
got
kinda
one for
leaning
sale.
Euro.
Yeah,
It's
Luke
a
Berge.
Blossom.
Nothing cleans engines better than foamed O&R pre-treated with F11 top coat to clean and shine armor for the protectant, and clean to clean and shine armor for the protectant. That's pretty good. That was a good one, Juan. There, buddy. Ron, I premix O&R in distilled water. Never had an issue with my steamer. Yeah, that's what I do too. I'll take a couple gallons and I'll put a drop the half ounce of O&R in there and.
That smells
Leave it in there.
different, but
Kimber, Alex and Luke have booked his massages on the TRC bill at the Home to Suites.
So
G.
nice.
Davis, yeah. Kimberly, oh my gosh, my paycheck is sitting in my TRC shopping cart. I was going to suggest mattress jumps, but sounds a bit illicit coming from an adult.
Nah, have at it. Do your thing.
Yeah. MH, thank you guys. I had no idea. This is my first live chat, and yes, I am a bit fresh, but still an amateur at this.
Totally fine.
Totally
Mike.
fine. Now,
Totally
like I
fine.
said, Ivan likes it. When he brought it here for us to play with,
We tested it.
I used it. I wasn't happy with it. I got a gallon of it. I used it. I gave it to Anthony. He used it. We just weren't wowed by it. We just
It's an
didn't-
experiential thing. There's
I bought another 32 ounce just to keep going,
Yeah.
and I just still couldn't.
It's just we
Not
like
for me.
McKee's. We
Yeah.
love the guys at McKee's. We love some of McKee's other products.
Yeah.
It just, that rinseless washes, there's something about a rinseless that it has to do. And when it doesn't do those things, then I kind of look at it and go like, well, why do I need to use it? If I'm already going rinseless, I need to make sure that this works the best way. Now, a lot of waterless washes work great, but rinseless is its very own thing, and it has to do certain things to pass in my book. So, Alex, the hotel agreed to comp it in return for a 5-star online review. Very nice. Good work, guys. Mazina says, with the whole McKee's O&R debate, we can all just admit that we're in a good spot in detail and we have multiple great products that people can choose from. Lol, yes. There you go.
People can be happy with
Alex,
what they're using.
gotta take off, Juan. Great having you. Have a great weekend, all.
Yeah.
You too, my friend.
And he says the DSG is Volkswagen's automatic monster.
Yeah, no, it's a good translation.
So is DCT, is a DCT the same as a DCG, DSG?
It's like Volkswagen has their close approximation of like Porsche's PDK. Like
So it's
in the
not
Volkswagen.
a DCT is a dual clutch transmission, right?
Yeah.
Right,
So
that's what DCT stands for. The
Yeah, but
DSG
is a
Single gear. Dual single gear. I don't know what that means. I don't know what DSG stands for.
just let it be.
I don't know. I honestly, Volkswagen's,
going.
I'm a dummy
We've got-
on, man. I
we've
don't know
got-
anything
Yeah,
else.
we got
a
to finish
couple
these.
more here.
Mazina drove a Veloster Turbo, hated it. Have not driven the Hyundai.
Except you
There
have
go.
because the Veloster is a
No,
Hyundai.
Dane, two different people, different vehicles. He's talking about a new Veloster Turbo.
Well, no, he's probably talking about an old Veloster Turbo, the 201
No, they never
horsepower
came with a
one.
turbo.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yes,
They
they
did come with a
did.
turbo, yeah.
It was 201 horsepower, and it is not the same as the new Ends.
No, but the
Vastly
but the,
different
But
car.
the Hyundai Elantra Sport
Right.
is turboed with all of Biermann's suspension components
There
that
you
he
go.
put on there. So
Yeah.
it's a very different car than the Veloster.
Yep.
So
I got one for sale if you want to buy it.
Luke Berge says currently sitting in a
like he
company
does.
car trying to watch this and avoid going inside. Oh, Luke, we love you.
Well, we're
That's
about to
great.
round
Good job.
down, so.
Aaron's, at this point, you might as well carry McKee's 37 product with this debate, similar to Auto Fiber team up. Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
boy.
Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good one. Yoshi says
Yeah.
DSG is also a dual clutch trans. Troy,
Just fast.
wheel and inner guard ceramic coating, G-Tech Car Pro. What's the go-to for inner wheel guard? The plastics. Just dress them or use some Motorplast. That's it. All right, let's go.
And on that note, we have reached the end of Q&A where suddenly there was a bunch of questions coming in at the very last second, but that's okay. That's the way these go sometimes. All right, so Juan, you want to tell people where they can find you?
Sí, nos pueden encontrar ahorita en The Rag Company en español, en YouTube, so pueden mirar nuestros videos y también nos pueden contactar en All Season Detail en TikTok. Okay.
There you go.
Sorry.
All right. Thank you much, Juan, and thank you for being a guest. And,
Yes, a ti.
of course. And for everybody here, thank you for watching. Thank you so much for listening if you're hearing this sometime in the future. And if you haven't done it already, please go to the Rag Company YouTube channel. And if you're watching now, you're already there. Click on the subscribe button. Make it say subscribed. Give it the D, so to speak. So there you go. That's it. And have a great, great weekend. We look forward to seeing you on the Rag Company podcast channel at the beginning of the week next week. So we'll see you then. Take care.
See you guys.
Gracias.